Hello everybody and welcome to this live stream. In fact, I've actually not prepared this at all. It could look an absolute mess. Okay, it's not supposed to be watch along. I tell you what, this title needs replacing. Oh, I knew I wasn't ready. But we've got the donations list back. We've got the like target back. We've got the socials back. Things are going well. So, just going to change this quickly. I guess that's what I'll call it, final game week, and it's not going to fit. Okay, I'm going to have to think of something else. Final games, I'll do that. Right, I think that's good enough. What have we got here? Blue Terrier, welcome. Alex, welcome. Charlie is being very vocal on the Leeds fans. They did not hold a good account of themselves today, based on the behaviour for what I saw. A lot of Huddersfield fans here, Blue Terrier and Mr. Football. Definitely giving Matt the old extra. He's not here, but I don't know. I have a feeling he may be a bit exhausted today. He's doing a 2-hour stream followed by going to a game and then doing that and going back home. He may not turn up today, but probably because he's scared of the reception he's going to regret, interacting with all the Huddersfield fans. But we are back with FIFA 22 Predicts. The final ever one. Final ever FIFA 22 Predicts. If that does not deserve a like, I don't know what does. The like target today is going to be 30 likes. So please make sure to destroy that like button as much as you can. It'll be absolutely amazing. If you want to follow me on my social medias, they're down there. My Twitter is on the left. My Instagram is on the right. And, you can drop a follow if you like. That's why they are around. You are free to do so. I am aware the chat's a little bit quiet, but I'm reading it on Streamlabs, so I am able to still read it. It's going to the final day. I'm getting nervous now. If you're talking about Middlesbrough, yes, that is going to the final day. An update on the prediction league between myself and James. You've got 5 points, James. I got 7. And I clutched out the Millwall-Peterborough game. But both of us were very, very close with a lot of games. But only one result had to go to my way. And it's now increased the lead by 4 points. But Fulham-Luton can change things. We predicted different scorelines. Of course, Bournemouth and Forest could be different, which is what FIFA 22 is about to predict right now. And of course, we've got a full final game week. So nothing has been concluded yet. And I'm still deciding what I'm going to do with the playoffs. I'm still, thinking of what I'm going to do with that. But I'll definitely think of something for you guys. But yeah, please destroy the like button if you can. In a good way, of course. It would be absolutely amazing for this channel. And if you do want to offer your support for this channel, one of the ways you could do it is hitting the subscribe button. We're on 1,077 subs. Let's try and get to 1,080 if we can by today. That would be an unbelievable achievement for this channel. That would be absolutely amazing if we can get there. And even if you're feeling even more generous, you can also donate as well. And another announcement, actually, the special thanks feature is now featured on my channel. So you can actually not only just donate in live streams now, but if you have a choice, you are able to donate when I make videos as well. So things are getting interesting. I've managed to sort that out. But in the meantime, I'm giving this the necessary build-up because this is, I think, the biggest game of the season. It is Nottingham Forest and Bournemouth. Locking horns, second versus third, 3 points. And Forest, winning emphatically against Swansea, have now overtaken Bournemouth's goal difference. Things are getting really spicy now. And I'm really excited to see how this game would turn out. And I think I will be streaming this game as well. And I think everyone will. They also threw stuff out of Rafinha as well. Is it because he wanted to leave? But that's not great. I mean, because Burnley win, it doesn't mean that you haven't had to throw stuff on your team if they're not winning. It's against Man City, for crying out loud. We won away. I read that comment from Alex Townsend there. Yes, good win for Derby. Really good win. And I was glad the likes of Ebuary managed to get his senior goal there. I think the youth squad for Derby is something that's not really talked about. And I tell you what, if they stick with those players, they can definitely storm League One next year. Forest will get promoted. Sheffield will make playoffs. Interesting predictions there. And just like that, we nearly saw Bournemouth take the lead. A header by, I think, Solanke rattles the crossbar. Lexa Texas, says Blue Terrier. Have I misspelt my name in the title again? No, I've not even included my name in the title this time. Chance maybe for Bournemouth. Good save by Bree Samba. Fair were thrown it at everyone for the full 90. So not just Rafinha, but Fair thrown it at the whole team. And they were definitely throwing stuff at Jack Grealish, because the notable moment, which I think has got people talking, is the collision between Dallas and Grealish. Obviously, I mean, it resulted in a free kick to City, and rightly so. But obviously what happened there is two players just literally just roughing it out, really. And the referee clearly, you know, they're saying the referee caused it. I mean, you don't cause, you know, a player to act in a way, but it's not really helped the tempo of the game. And the thing is with the Leeds fans and the Leeds players, it's just, I don't know if they overwork themselves. It's clear to see that with the standard that they overwork themselves. Something needs to change to get this balance right. Blue Terrier saying, where is Matt? I don't think... Oh, what a save by Samba. I don't think he'll be anywhere near my stream tonight. I need Fulham to do an amazing next two games for Borough and for the prediction. Yeah, well, I predicted a 1-0 win to Fulham. You predicted 2-0 if I remember right. But yeah, Fulham winning would really, really be helpful from Forest's part, really. It definitely would. But at the moment, so what are we looking? I mean, right now, definitely Blackburn can't get top 6. So we were talking about Blackburn as a team possibly for top 6. They cannot go in now because Sheffield United won and they lost to Bournemouth. Millwall mathematically can still get him. And in fact, I think the best way to explain what's happened is to actually get SofaScore up. I think that's the best way that we can talk about it. We'll talk about the table. We'll talk about the ins and outs. We'll talk about the teams that can no longer mathematically go in, because the group and cluster of teams has gotten smaller. So we're definitely going to get a lot more clarity now on what's going on. So table looks like this. Middlesbrough 2 points behind Sheffield United. Middlesbrough away to Preston, and Sheffield United are at home to Fulham, which makes things interesting. Millwall can still get in, but their goal difference is not great. But having said that, they had managed to score 3 past Peterborough. Now, their goal difference is +9, looking at this. And Sheffield United is +14. Yeah, it's going to be really tough for Millwall now, I've got to say. It's really going to be between Middlesbrough and Sheffield United, realistically. Millwall have also got Bournemouth on the final day, and I don't see them, you know, scoring many against Bournemouth either, especially if Bournemouth have to win to try and get top 2 off Forest. I mean, pretty much that game between Bournemouth and Forest here is really going to stir the pot. It's really going to set the main story. It's going to actually be the narrative on what's going to be the final day of the season and what's at stake. Now, if Bournemouth win that game, oh my days, I just realised, if Bournemouth win that game, they're up. Oh my god, right. Oh dear, right. If Bournemouth win against Forest, they're up. But if Forest win, oh my days, it goes to the final day. I mean, I know what I would want as a neutral, but whether that's going to be the realistic result, we'll have to find out. But that's amazing when I think about it. The stakes are so, like, spread out. It's amazing. Danny Cool, welcome to the streams. Good to see you. You've caught on one of my streams. That's amazing. Joe, welcome to the stream. Did you see my comment on this video? I did not, but I'll see it at some point. Marsh is overrated for Leeds, IMO, says Nicholas. I think Leeds are actually now more likely to go down than Burnley. I've got to say it. I know Burnley, I think have Burnley played more games than Leeds? It's either they have or... Nah, well, hang on. I could find out quickly. Since we're still talking about tables in English football, we can also bring up the Premier League table. I think that's a relevant table to bring up at the moment as well, following the games taking place. And I think, yeah, it is full time between Leeds and Man City as well. So hang on a minute. Let's just catch up again. So if you see this here, Burnley up to 16th following this win. And because Leeds conceded 3 goals, they are now in 17th place, 5 points ahead of Everton. But Everton have 2 games in hand, which I think is going to be the interesting thing. I had to change back because I thought Forest were going to score there. Yeah, they have played the same. But the fact now that Burnley have overtaken Leeds and Burnley have got a better run into the end of the season, I think Burnley are up. I think Burnley are safe now. But Leeds is really the only team I could see getting dragged into it. But I tell you what, when Everton played Chelsea, if Everton can beat Chelsea, the heart rate of the amount of Leeds fans is going to go, oh my days, now Forest have hit the crossbar as well. Oh my gosh, both teams should have scored at least 1 goal. But Leeds, Everton and Leeds both have to play Chelsea coming up. And if Chelsea does one of them a favour, they're really going to be seen as a negative way. If Luton lose, it will be 2 playoff positions against 3 or 4 teams. That late Stoke goal was so annoying, said James. Was that on goal difference, or was that because of your prediction? I can't remember. I can't remember what you predicted for Middlesbrough Stoke. But if you're talking about goal difference, then yeah, it is a bit of a blow, really. Corner comes in, headed away by Bournemouth here. Looks like Forest are now looking more likely to score. It's been quite an equal game. I think FIFA has got a pretty realistic game going on between these 2 teams. It will be very end-to-end and fair. No fans for our next home game versus Chelsea. Has that been announced recently? Have they just banned their home fans? I need to see. I don't know if this is recent, but let me. I can honestly see. I'll look into that. Who do you honestly think will go up between Forest and Bournemouth automatically? Something tells me Bournemouth could do it because of the squad depth now, and they seem to be performing. But Forest are almost on another wavelength now in terms of performance. It'll be the winner of this game. You know what? I'm actually going to say Bournemouth because I think this game will be a draw, and therefore Bournemouth would just have to equal Forest's result. And I know Forest have got Hull away. No, at home. Do they have a home game on the final day? I can't remember if Forest are home or away against Hull. I think they actually may be away to Hull on the final day of the season. Yes, Forest have played their last home game, maybe, if they get promoted. So, yes, Forest have got 2 away games. And Bournemouth have got 2 home games. Cool, this is interesting. The goal difference has made it a lot harder for next game, as if Sheffield United get a 1-1, we need a 3-goal win. Oh, right. Yeah, well, it was Sheffield United winning by 2 goals against QPR. I said on Matt's stream that 3rd goal by Hurahan could be a very important goal, alluding to the goal difference situation. And I think that really, that goal by Hurahan may have just put Sheffield United in the top 6. But I don't know. It really is down to Fulham. And also you've got to perform against Preston as well. And if you saw my video with Ben, HD that is, we would know that Preston have spoiled a lot of teams, seasons from one period to another. But we'll see Preston do the same here with Middlesbrough. It's ended, by the way, 0-0. A bit of a damp squid, which is disappointing. Let's hope that's not the case in real life, because I will be streaming this game. So I definitely will be excited to stream it. It'll be around 7:15ish when I'll be streaming this on my channel. I'm sure everyone's going to. I think Benjamin Broom will. I think Matt SV will. I think every Championship YouTuber will cover this game in one way or another. And I'm definitely going to watch it live. And I've been really enjoying these live watch-alongs recently. I think I'm actually going to stream Monday's Fulham and Luton game as well. With it being bank holiday, I don't think I've got anything to do. So that's definitely going to be very, very helpful. I was just, sorry guys, I'm just checking the next game. Right, next game, well, it's now the final round of games, which is absolutely crazy. They're all kicking off at 12:30, and exclusive, I am going to do a stream of all the games taking place at 12:30 next week. So I'm going to do a Soccer Saturday-ish type of watch-along for the final game week of the season. And I remember this time last year, I was celebrating my 500 subscriber special. So it feels crazy that we've got to this stage now, nearly 600 subs later. But I've got to thank you guys. It's been probably it's not been my favourite season to watch, but my favourite season at least to make content. And by that is not much content at all. But I'm hoping at least with the new job I've got and the new schedule that I'm going to get, we can make content at a more quality and more consistent basis. And that is my ambition for this channel, as it should be. And I actually had a conversation with my parents, and they would rather for me give up my part-time job rather than this, which is incredible for them, knowing how pessimistic they were about YouTube in general. So that's incredible for them to say that to me. Right, so enough of the soppy stuff. We've now got Birmingham versus Blackburn. You can't win next week. You're in Nottingham. Why the hell are you in Nottingham? You're missing the most important stream of the season. Have you included me in the Championship League? Not in the Championship League, but you're in League One League, Daddy Cool. In fact, you've got a decent amount of points again. It's going to be quite tricky for you to get promoted from League One to the Championship League because you need... Gosh, how many points do you need? You need quite a fair bit. It was quite easy to get into the Championship League, but because it's so competitive now, and a lot of people making predictions, you need 86 points to get into the Championship League. You're still in one of the leagues. You're in the League One league, which, you know, it's hard enough in itself to get into that league by only predicting one game week, but you have done that. But the best thing for you now is just to have some pride, see how far you can get up the League One table, I think. How did I do in your prediction? Well, I can actually exclusively share my calculations for the predictions so far, because I have got them here, and I tell you what, how have Blackburn missed that? How the bloody hell did they miss that? So what I'm going to do is change the tab. There we go. So guys, as you can see here, exclusive is how I make my points. Games, scores on the side, and then all the channels here. So red means no score or result. Green is correct score. Yellow's correct result. So that is how I calculate your guys' points. So that is a really exclusive, and I had to cut it back because I thought Blackburn were going to score. They still could score with Brereton Diaz on the ball. Buckley, no, it looks like Birmingham have defended it. So, for instance, with Daddy Cool, you wanted to see how you're doing here. How is that looking? Is that why is that not zoomed in? I've zoomed in on my screen. I don't know why it's not done that. No, I tell you why. It's because it's fixed on Streamlabs. Hang on a minute. I'm just going to have to adjust the screen size here. It means I'm going to have to adjust it for subscribers as well. But you can kind of see now your points, and I'm just being anxious. Oh, did I catch it? Did I catch it in time? Oh, did I catch the goal going in? It's going to be an interesting edit for my last predictions video, because if you don't know, guys, these streams always are part of the footage in the background when I do my my score predictions. So they will be included. We can at least get a very nice replay, a great goal by Birmingham, which I was surprised they were taking the lead. Lowell Taylor with the goal, and that's 1-0 to Birmingham. Will you be doing leagues next season? I think so, but I'm definitely going to have to spend less work on it. It's very time consuming. So if I can get an editor in who's willing to do all of that, I will do it. You just caught it. That was tight. God, bloody hell. That was very tight then. Hull got ripped a new one against Bristol City. Yeah, that's right. I tell you what, there was a lot of really bizarre score lines. Bristol City 5, Hull 0 just sums up. It really sums up Bristol City. You just can never ever predict them. Same with Hull as well. Coventry versus Huddersfield, it was like the away fixture. Coventry deserved to win both games, said Dalroj. I will be looking at highlights very, very soon, actually, because I will be recording my reaction video tomorrow. And it will be released on Bank Holiday Monday. But yeah, just so you guys can just see, this is how I calculate your points. So, for instance, Charlie, you said you got Barnsley and Preston right. You did get them right there. As you can see, that score line is in blue. And down there is the amount of points. So 7 points for me, 10 points for Honeygun, 7 points for Charlie, etc. James, 5 there. So you've got 5 correct outcomes there. A lot of them out by 1 goal. Same with me as well. So we've all gone really, really close a lot of the time. But yeah, it is what it is sometimes. But if I can just try and change back to this. That's not what I want. Why is it showing that? Oh, it's actually the bloody... It's working now. Well, here's an exclusive, guys. My YouTube is actually working now. It really is working. Simply because now... Oh, we've got an injury here to Ben Brereton Diaz, which is not being shown right now. So, yeah... Before the stream started, I couldn't get YouTube to work, but it's now working. It's now working. I had to open YouTube on a different browser to show my analytics, but now it's deciding to work. So that's very bizarre. It's so depressing being a Leeds fan, says Charlie. It's not great, isn't it? So Ben Brereton Diaz has gone off with an injury, by the way. You didn't get to see, unfortunately, but that's not going to be necessarily the biggest loss in the footage ever. Yeah, at the moment, it's scary, really. I think the situation with Leeds, I mean, you're looking at either one of Leeds and Everton going down, a big club in the Premier League going down, and it's just who's going to go down. And that's the nervy part, isn't it? Bristol City and North End, inconsistent, yes. Whole lot, I would say. Bristol City, I remember, I can't remember which one of you asked me a question when we had our questions when I was with Ben. And we were asked for the most inconsistent team. I said Bristol City, really. And reason being is that they always go through a run where they do well their home form or away form, but they can never get both of them right. They can never tie the home and away records with great consistency. And he said Birmingham, which I think was... I don't know if it was harsh at the time. I think it was a bit harsh at the time, but looking back, he's been onto something there because if you still look at the points, I think... Actually, that might be changed now. Because Reading lost and Birmingham drew, I think... Oh, chance for Birmingham, and that's... he's offside. Offside goal, that's not going to count. We're such a toxic club. But hasn't Leeds always been a toxic club, though? Let's be honest. The thing is, there's passion, but then there's taking that passion too far. And I think a lot of clubs have that problem. And Leeds right now are in a very difficult place. And clearly it's venting out frustrations onto them. And it's not great. It's not great to see. Lee Nichols, yes, chant on Lee Nichols. I tell you what, he's been one of my surprising players of the season. I tell you what I've got to do this week. So... This week, I'm going to do my team of the season, and that's going to be a standalone video. Don't know when I'll release it. Maybe on a Tuesday, maybe. Alongside with some career modes, as how reluctant I am. If you know, you know. And yeah, team of the season I want to do. I don't think I need to do a final prediction on who, will get top 6 or top 2, etc. And, well, especially for the fact that top 2 debate will be ended if Bournemouth beat Forest. In fact, even if they draw against Forest, now that I think about it. In fact, actually, wait, hang on. No, think, Alex. No, it'll still be 3 points if they draw. Now, they have to beat Forest to guarantee promotion here. No one stopping them. Stu was just stood watching. Well, that's not great, isn't it? A lot of the time the stewards get a lot of flack in a load of games, and sometimes it is richly deserved, unfortunately. We're all going on a playoff tour, says Blue Terrier. It's exciting times, but who would you want to face in the playoffs? That's the big question. And I think that's the question I'll ask anyone who's got a team currently in the top 6. Which club do you want to face? Because obviously the League One season's ending, and I will give you my reaction to the League One season ending at one point by bringing up the table. But the playoff games, holy crap, are they really good? So we've got MK Dons going up against Wycombe, which is going to be incredibly entertaining by itself. And then we only get Sunderland against Sheffield Wednesday. That, I think, is even a better playoff tie than Wycombe MK Dons, honestly. That Sheffield Wednesday and Sunderland game can be absolutely unbelievable. I'm really excited to see those two games unfold, I've got to say. Blue Terrier said Luton. Huddersfield would want Luton, says Charlie. Well, they beat them quite recently, didn't they? 2-0. Forest basically need a win. It's a very hard game to predict, as you don't know who wants it most. Well, that's the thing, because what I could really well see is a draw when Forest maybe would take a 1 or even a 2-goal lead, and then you see Bournemouth all of a sudden rally forward, and with all the players that they've got, they can find something out of it. I think what's definitely thrown me off is that they've chance for Birmingham to make it 2. It is 2-0. Tahith Chong makes it 2-0 to Birmingham. That's a fantastic performance by the Blues. They end the season very, very well for what has been a reasonably, would you say, disappointing? How could you grade and sum up Birmingham's season this year? It's difficult to summarise. That could be something I could do. No, I won't do that yet. I was thinking of doing a video where I grade every team's season, but I want to wait to know who's promoted and who's in the top 6 first. Forest will not want Borough because of the Spence situation. That's true. That is true indeed. Because he'll be a crucial loss if they can't play Jed Spence against his former club. That's the full-time whistle. It ends Birmingham 2, Blackburn Rovers 0. Interesting result there by FIFA. Just end the football season. Now watching us play stresses me out. Stoke City, please beat us, says Dalraj Games. I need to see the game back. I didn't get a chance to watch Matt's video, but I will definitely check it out after this game. I've been working, which is why I've not been able to commentate too much on the League One games that took place today, and that's why I didn't stay at Matt's stream for too long. And yeah, I had dinner quite recently, so I haven't been able to, unfortunately, look into the games today. But I will start looking into them, and in fact, I have started making the graphics for my review video as well, so that's on its way. I've obviously calculated pretty much all of the points for the prediction leagues. Everything is nearly ready. So I've done what I can to catch up to where I am now. Next game, by the way, is Bournemouth versus Millwall. If you guys like what you see, please smash that like button. It does really, really help the channel. How we're doing with likes so far, ladies and gentlemen. We're on 13. Decent. Let's try and go for 20 likes in the next... It's not going to be like Matt if I say like 2 minutes and all of a sudden he gets 200. Let's go for 20 likes in the next 20 minutes. So 20 and 20. We'll do it like that. So next 20 minutes, let's see if we can get to 20 likes. Please also smash that subscribe button if you've not done so either. That also really is tremendously appreciative for this channel. 1,077 is where we're currently at. Only 3 away from 1,080. That'll be a great achievement for today. If you want to follow me on my social medias, they're down there. If you want to drop me a follow, you can do that. And even if you're feeling extra generous enough, you can even go for donations, which are going to be fundings for the channel. I think if I get Jack's money going through, I'm definitely going to use it to get my Championship Player Final ticket. So all the money there will not be used for personal gain. It will be used for this channel specifically too. So that's for the people that want to give a little bit more. But obviously, you don't have to dive into your pockets and support me, because I think I'm doing all right in terms of what's going on in that front there. But thank you guys anyway for the support. It's tremendously appreciative. Now, with our third game of this stream, is it game 3? Yeah, I think it's game 3. Bournemouth and Millwall. Could be a huge game. If Bournemouth lose against Forest and they have to beat their final game, Millwall's one of the teams that they would not want to rely on to try and beat to get into the top 2. So Bournemouth really have to win. In fact, no, that is literally so crucial. Both of them need to win. Both of them really need to win, I gotta say. And that's incredible. Because the thing is with Forest, I think they can get a good result against Hull. I don't want to jinx it with commentator's curse. Great save, by the way, by Bilkowski. But I think they're much more likely to get a great result against Hull than Bournemouth are against Millwall. Despite Bournemouth being at home, Millwall have been a pretty good team recently. And they would still think that they can get into the top 6 as well. So it's not going to be easy. It really won't be easy at all for them. Harrison Minturn was on Swindon's bench. Oh, unbelievable. Well, Swindon will be happy because I think they're back in the top 7. I think they overtook Sutton because Sutton lost against Sparky Hughes for Bradford City. George was so salty after the game, said Blue Terrier. The atmosphere was class today. Hull fans doing the conga in traffic cones and Teletubby outfits. Our fans chucking someone's shoes around. Yeah, you question crowd safety when you chuck shoes around, but yeah, clearly, I think it must be their final away day. I think Hartlepool did a very similar thing. In fact, quite a fair few clubs do a similar thing. In the final away day of the season, the fans gather and they dress up in certain costumes or whatever. That's classy, lad. I love that. League 2 has 1 game left and players could be for anyone and another team could get automatic promotion. Yes. In fact, thanks for money. I mean, I got to talk about all the leagues. Let's actually summarise what's happened in League 1 before I forget. We've already talked about the Premier League and the Championship. Let's actually go on and talk about League 1. Let's do that now. But let me know, guys, of your reaction to the League 1 games as well. I'd be very interested to hear what you guys have to say. We have got our top 6 confirmed, and we've got our bottom 4 confirmed as well. So the League 1 table now looks like this. Now I'm going to have to change it a little bit. For the fact I've changed the size for pretty much this whole thing because of my subscriber goals. So apologies on that, guys. Oh, for goodness sake, that was nearly perfect. Right, Bill missed a big chance, by the way, so I'm sorry, guys, that you didn't see that there. But, oh, my days. How many bloody times do I have to adjust this to get it to the right bloody size? There we go. Right, hopefully I don't have to adjust it again. So Wigan promoted again as champions for the 3rd time in 10 years, I think. 3rd time within 8 years, probably, actually, now that I think about it. So Wigan have been being promoted from League 1 as champions quite often. It's been a good feat for them. Rotherham joined them again. I think this is the 6th, maybe consecutive season of them going up and down from League 1 and the Championship. Top 6 comprises of MK Dons, beating Plymouth by 5-0. What a hell of a performance by Scott Twine and MK Dons there. Sheffield Wednesday smashed Portsmouth by 4-1. Sunderland edged Morecambe by 2-0. But their goal scorer did come off injured at literally the worst timing possible before the playoffs. So that's not a good sign for them. And 6th place was Wycombe Wanderers. And they steal that place from Plymouth because, of course, Plymouth conceded 5 against MK Dons. What a save by Travers. Punches it away. Is it cleared? Nah, okay, they've got it. And then Wycombe steal the last playoff place from Plymouth because they beat Burton by 2-1. Sam Vokes being heavily involved in that game. And the relegation ended up being with pretty much the same bottom 4 leading up to the final day. So Crewe 24th, because Doncaster drew their last game against Oxford, which was a great result for them. They overtake AFC Wimbledon, who end the season in 23rd place, their first actual relegation since being reformed in 2002, by the way. And Gillingham also go down after their 8 years stay in League 1 has now come to an end. So a lot of records being broken for the relegation, and in fact, another one would have been broken if Fleetwood had gone down, and that is incredible defending by Bournemouth there. What a block that is. Because Fleetwood had never been relegated in the EFL ever, so a lot of records would have been broken. Finley, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. I will listen to Little Mix too soon to cure my depression. Sometimes you need to go to your happy place, and if Little Mix is your happy place, Charlie, then I don't blame you. You will rewatch Harry's Pro Club Rages. Oh, that should be a treat. What a goal that is! Millwall, just before half time, 5 minutes of added time with only one added on. Controversy. This should not make sense. Mitchell scores an unbelievable strike from is it just inside the box? Let's see it here. Just inside the box, and that is an unstoppable strike. Beautiful, one touch, right-footed. No goalkeepers getting anywhere near that shot. That is 1-0 to Millwall from Billy Mitchell, and it's just the half-time whistle now. This will make things very interesting because if they do draw Forest and Bournemouth, and this happens at the moment, it opens the door for Forest to get promoted over Bournemouth. Lequan says Surridge has Swansea on strings. Yes, 4 goals from Surridge today, I believe. Oh, so no, is it 3 goals actually? No, wait, who scored? No, it was 3 goals. Cyrus Christie own goal, and who scored the last one? I can't remember. But it was a 5-goal display by Forest. They did unbelievably well. I did note down who scored, and I should remember because I literally just made the graphic for them in my review video. That's disappointing. He definitely scored at least 3 goals. Myton, that's it. Alex Myton. Der brain. Yeah, he scored the other goal. And yeah, that's what happened there. So let's actually go from that. We need to actually let this game pan out a little bit. Yeah, 3 goals. That's what I thought. Charlie wants Honey Gun to sing the song. Yeah, Alex Myton got his first goal. Yeah, I mean, that's probably why I didn't think it was Alex Myton, because he's not scored for donkey's years, hasn't he? Yeah, Myton scored ours. Yeah, thank you guys. I did manage to find it in the end. What was I going to do? Oh, I was going to look at League 2. That's right. So we talked about, in fact, let's just very quickly summarize League 1 very, very quickly. I've already shown you guys the table, but playoffs. MK Dons play Wickham. That should be a really good game. I think they played against each other quite recently, and who got the win? I don't know why I've got a feeling that Wickham had the better head-to-head record against MK Dons. Let's actually look at their season, MK Dons, and see. 6 wins for MK Dons, 3 for Wickham. Yeah, head-to-head, MK Dons slightly stronger than Wickham Wanderers, which is going to make things interesting. What about Sunderland and Sheffield Wednesday? Who's got the strongest head-to-head there? Very tight. 4 wins, 3 wins, and 2 draws. It's very, very tight. It's going to be really exciting. I'm so hyped, I've got to say. But the biggest loser out of it is Plymouth, who unfortunately drop out on 80 points to not even get top 6. Is very cruel. It's very cruel to be on 80 points and not even get top 6. Oxford could have been on 78 and not get top 6, but they obviously dropped points against Doncaster, which is why they didn't do that. Look at that form from Bolton. They ended up 10 points short, showed their form a bit too late there. Portsmouth had a late surge as well, but yeah, both of them really showed their form a little bit too late into the season, unfortunately. Tino Anuin scored his first goal in English football. I'm so pleased for Anuin, especially, I think it was from the penalty spot, wasn't it? So a lot of pressure, I've got to say. But he took it very, very well, and fair play to him. I'm always going to really support players who come from Chelsea, and Millwall score a second fledged goal. It doesn't look like Bournemouth are going to get a win here. So that would make things very interesting going with Sheffield United and with Bournemouth. Not Bournemouth. Forest. I was thinking of the wrong team in red. I do apologise, guys. Yeah, Nottingham Forest. That makes things interesting for the whole City game. Thoughts about Michael Jackson at Burnley? Well, he ain't doing a bad job as Burnley manager, isn't he? Like a smooth criminal, he's robbing Leeds and Everton their survival chances. I'm going to stop with the puns, but he's done, in all fairness, a very great job at Burnley, so fair play to him. I'm glad Preston decided that they were going to actually turn up today against Barnsley. I mean, but okay, go back for Bournemouth. Maybe I'm wrong about Bournemouth, like a lot of us were wrong about Bournemouth in their midweek game against Swansea. Solanke scores. Going to make things interesting. Is it Solanke or Billing? I didn't manage to check the shirt number. It looks like it. No, it's Solanke who scores. It's 2-1. It's interesting now. What was I saying? Yeah, Preston. They're playing a weakened Barnsley team by the looks of things. They really, I think they did what Derby did. I think Barnsley, Derby, and Peterborough especially, I think are definitely going to be exploring the depth of their squad, thinking about what squad are they going to use for next season in League One. Because definitely I think all three of them can have a really good season in League One. And Barnsley, to be fair to them, have been a bit... Oh my days. I think Millwall should have scored a third there. They should not. They should not get beat. Well, they should not miss from that angle there. Should be an easy goal. But still 2-1. Would they live to regret that missed chance? We will have to wait and see. He's having a thriller. Oh, I tell you what. I wish I thought of that one. That was a good pun by Charlie. His tactics are literally just beat it. Okay, the thriller pun was better than the beat it pun, but fair play. I think there were two better puns for what I made. It was a top class penalty. No chance for that dirty boy Wilson, who nearly killed O'Brien. I heard about that. Apparently he made a great save, but then the rebound, that's why I think he took O'Brien down. I need to see it live. I was only just hearing the commentary of it, so I don't really have a clear picture of what he was doing, but I'll be the judge of that. Hope MK Dons lose, say Lairquan Henry. What's your vendetta against MK Dons? I tell you what, they will be a very interesting team back in the Championship. I'll give them that. They've got one of the most young, exciting players in the world in Scott Twine, or in English, maybe in English football, maybe not in the world, but one of the most exciting players in English football is Scott Twine. It's a very likeable team, I gotta say, and it's got a lot of individual players that have been challenging top 6 places before, but have never really been able to go up. They wouldn't be like an underdog like a Wickham would, but they most definitely, I think, would be a team you wouldn't expect to see up there. I've officially been sacked by Colchester. Well, if you saw my career mode today, you would think I should be sacked. But the thing of the matter is, in the Championship, you can get beaten 5 or 6-1, and you're still actually within only a matter of points away from top 6, and that's exactly where Colchester are. We ended the episode in 12th place, basically where we started, and only 4 points off top 6. So you can get away with it, but defensively, and Lairquan will tell you because he watched the whole thing, that defensively was shambolic. Apart from Sheffield Wednesday, and it happens so often, and I think a lot of not even just Championship YouTubers, but FIFA YouTubers will tell you, when you do a career mode, some games, everything feels right, and you feel like you're on top of the world, and then all of a sudden, your CPU opponents get a speed boost, and they turn into Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and being impossible to try and win the ball off, and then they turn into Prime Barcelona going forward. Looks like we've got an injury there, which is a shame for Millwall's part. I mean, it's the final game of the season, but no. Oh man, that's not a nice injury at all. Not too dissimilar with Dallas and Grealish. Definitely not as graphic as Dallas and Grealish, but clashing of the legs was quite similar there. Carlos Corberani's better than Pep, says Blue Terrier. And you send it back in the goalkeeper. Definitely, I'm losing hope with Thomas and Doyle, to be honest. Mengi I can keep. I think Mengi I can definitely work with, but the rest, they need to go. But Lequan says he also wants Twine. I think a lot of clubs are going to want Scott Twine next year. He's definitely, if MK Dons don't get promoted, he will most certainly be snatched up. If Matt O'Reilly could be snatched up in January, Just imagine the amount of offers Scott Twine's going to get. Another player from League One who I expect to leave is Brannigan. He was very heavily linked with Blackpool in the January window from Oxford. But he didn't sign in the end. But I think his contract is running out. So I will expect him to leave Oxford after this season. Especially Oxford have a pretty disappointing campaign compared to normal. You know, they don't even get into the top 6, which like they tend to do. So very disappointing on their part. Right, Derby played Cardiff. I didn't actually know Derby played Cardiff in the final game of the season. That's makes things a bit interesting there. Unfortunately, things are kind of confirmed in that period of the table now. Cardiff pick up, well, they end their losing run at Cardiff by picking up a point against Birmingham, but it's nothing to be proud of, I would say. What's everyone saying here? Preston have been linked with Gavin. Sorry about that. They've been linked with Gavin Bazunu, who I do know quite well because he's my career male goalkeeper, but from Portsmouth. Iverson wants to go to a promotion fighting club or a top league club. I mean, I'm not surprised, to be honest. I think Iverson, Vandenberg, and especially Archer are going to be 3 difficult players for Preston to keep. Ryan Lowe's going to have to try and figure something out to see if he can tie these players down into long contracts. So it's going to make things interesting for sure. Before we see Derby play Cardiff, please do remember, guys, to smash the like button. We said to try and get to 20 likes in the next 20 minutes. We've only gone up to 14, guys. Let's keep going and smashing like button because we're 6 likes away from 20 likes. Our target is actually 30 likes, but let's at least try and get to 20 right now. So please hit the like button if you've not done so. It does really, really help the growth of this channel. And if you can, hit the subscribe button as well. That would also be unbelievably appreciative as well. Still on 1,077, 3 away from 1,080, which will be an incredible achievement for this channel. It will be absolutely amazing if we can get there. Social medias are down there if you do want to follow me on my social medias there, and donations list is also on the left as well in case you're feeling generous enough to donate as well. But of course you don't have to do that as well. It's just something that you can really do that will really help the funding of this channel. So we now got to see this Derby side kick off against Cardiff, which I think will be a bit of a nothingy game, I can't lie. This would be a fiery game if Derby were fighting survival and Cardiff were dragged into the relegation picture, but it's just not turned out to be that way. Derby, ran out games really, and you know, they had a poor run, but obviously they backed it up with a great win over Blackpool. Well, I think, no pun intended, I think Blackpool are on the beach right now, so I think it's not surprising we're seeing these couple of these performances. In fact, what does that mean for the league championship table? I didn't actually look at the championship relegation part. We've been so critical of the top 6 part. We've been a bit blind. Actually, I thought I missed a goal. No, I actually didn't change it. I thought I changed the scene there. Oh, thank God. You guys were able to see a really good save by Allsop. That's an incredible save. Let's wait to see where this corner goes, and then we'll analyse the championship table together. Vandenberg has no chance at Liverpool. I don't know why so many people think he's so good. I think the thing is with Vandenberg, he came from a Dutch team. I can't remember what it was. It may have been PSV. What a strike! And a goal by Cardiff City. I think that's Jordan Hugo who scores. I mean, he's missed a championship, Jordan Hugo, with the amount of championship clubs he's been to. That's a fantastic strike. Has he got any bad connections with Derby or anything? I don't think he's played for Forest or anything. That's a really good strike, though, by Hugo. Takes in the top left corner. 1-0 to Cardiff, and they'll have a good end to the season as it stands. But the thing is, I can't remember, it may have been Ajax or a PSV or Feyenoord. It was a Dutch team. I can't remember what Dutch team Vandenberg came from Liverpool from. But then, he was a young player that had a load of potential, but then, obviously, been tested in the Championship. But I think maturing into a really good fullback, I think, has been a really difficult part for him. I think sometimes that he could look at it thinking, okay, I can only do one thing on the other, attack or defend. But when you mature and, know and read the game well, I think that's really important for a fullback to be able to do that. And I don't think Vandenberg has that ability necessarily all the time. Note this down. Okay, tell me what to note down, Lequan. Is it going to be transfers? Nikos' pocket contains Callum O'Hare, Martin Waghorn, Mark Robbins, and George Austers as well. The audacity to name drop all of that. I hope Huddersfield don't go up. Lob would be a massive addition, says Charlie. It's going to be very interesting, the playoffs. I'm going to be interested to see what kind of coverage I'll be making. I think what I'll do at the very, very least is cover the top 6 games. Now, what will be tricky is if some of them are going to be on the Wednesday, especially. Because I have to work late on a Wednesday. So, unfortunately, I can't do much about that. It may mean that I will still stream, but it'll have to be it'll have to be late, within the game being played. But as long as it's not on the Wednesday, any other day is no problem. And Allsop, I gotta say, is keeping Derby in this game right now. I'd take Reece Nelson, who's currently on loan at the Netherlands. That's a decent shout, to be fair. He definitely is not going to get game time at Arsenal, I've got to say. Definitely won't get game time now. But, yeah, could be a decent-ish signing. For Leeds, at least. Yeah, so with this game, Derby coming back, we were talking about the table for the Championship. Let's talk about that. So, yeah, that win for Derby puts them on 34 and 20... second place. Peterborough below Derby because they definitely have a worse goal difference. Now, Peterborough got Blackpool the final day, and of course Derby, as we can see, have got Cardiff. I mean, it's hard to say if any of them are going to finish high. I mean, I shouldn't really care too much. Barnsley on the final day, who do they have? I did remember, but now I forgot. Barnsley have got West Brom. Oh dear. Although, no, having said that, West Brom are definitely not the team as they were. They did get a win against Reading, but it was a very dire game. I mean, I predicted 0-0, so I'm not even too mad I didn't get this one spot on, because it pretty much was that, apart from one bit of, right place, right time from Kyle and Grant, and it's a second goal by Cardiff, and thank God I changed back literally just in time. Great instincts there. Jordan Hugo with a second goal for Cardiff City. That makes it 2-0 to the Bluebirds. It's really going to make things difficult for Derby trying to get back from this at half-time. I don't really see them getting anything now. That's a great strike by Hugo. 2-0. And you could say game, set and match. Bernard 50 mil. Well, if you're talking about the career mode, we've got 6.5 million budget at the moment. And what we cannot afford to do too much, because we did it a lot in the summer window, is sell too many players off. So we've got to be very careful with that. We probably even don't need too many signings, honestly. It's really defensive signings that we need. Preston are linked with Cameron Brannigan. Yes, so I did talk about Brannigan. He was linked with Blackpool in summer, January transfer window, sorry. But if Preston are going to be linked with him in the summer, he would be a good advanced option. I can definitely see him playing in over Johnson a couple of times. Yeah, he would play in that advanced. Oh my days! All right, Derby have just turned up, just whipped off a wonder goal. All right, I don't think you should celebrate like that, Tom Lawrence, being 2-0 down, but it's a great goal by Tom Lawrence, to be fair. And in fact, it's his best goal-scoring season ever, Tom Lawrence, actually, in the Championship. And he'll be one who I'll be very interested to see if he stays on with Derby County. 80 million wouldn't be hard if we sold Rafa, said Charlie. Yeah, I can see that. When Garner goes, I will cry for a decade. Yeah, that would be difficult. And do you know what do you know what I think Man United will do? They'll wait till Forest actually get promoted into the Premier League, and they'll think, oh no, we don't want them to be playing against us in our former clubs, so they'll take Garner back and make him permanent when Forest go up, and it'll literally sabotage Forest's chances of staying in the Premier League. Johnson is greater than Lawrence, says Lequan Henry. Chance for Cardiff, maybe. No good defending. Great defending, actually, dare I say. I'm staying for the full stream in case Matt shows up. Well, you must be doing something right if you're able to still stick around for the stream. It's clear with the very short numbers, I'm not providing the most entertaining of content, but I don't know. I always think that I don't have a voice really fit for football commentary. It's not really exciting. I think I'm going to blame my accountancy course for kind of making me this kind of dirge, boring guy in general, but it's one of those things, I guess. He could turn up, but I don't think he will, personally. God, excuse me, I always get a really claggy throat when I talk for much. In fact, I tell you what I need a drink of water. Lequan Henry says he's always here. Yeah, well, thank you guys. I do appreciate it. Ebuayi now running forward, who scored one of the goals for Derby against Blackpool today. Gets tackled though. So midfield now, we're consisting of Wintle, Walls and Doyle. They do well there, but the through ball does not find Jordan Hugill. Ebuayi gets tackled by Rules. This is definitely a recent update if they're playing with these squads. Davies now, all tackled, and yeah, there we go. Alex is my Chelmsford brother. Yeah, no, that's definitely a nickname that I can coil, at least. No Gatsby, no party, says Blue Terrier. Yeah, not here at the moment. I actually don't know where he is. I think he went outside, but yeah, he's not being very sociable today, which is unlike him. Alex goes on uppercutting every person he sees. Maybe in video game form if you saw my reactions to career mode, but not in real life. I'd get absolutely beaten up if I did. No, thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. Oh my days, that was close. That was very close by Joe Walls. Definitely. It's a decent strike. Just carries just wide off that left post. Also was scrambling for it. Was definitely full stretch, but I don't think he would have got to that corner in time. Derby have 7 minutes plus added time to see if they can get something from this game. I know this game doesn't really have any significance, but for pride's sake, can Derby get relegated from the Championship with a bit of optimism that they can go straight back up? Let's see this play here with Christian Bielik, who I think is one of their best players this season. Through ball to Ebuayi. Chance, block, a bit of a scramble there, bit of pinball, but it looks like Cardiff defend, but they don't defend it well, they give the ball away. Ebuayi now to Ravel Morris and Ebuayi now to Luke Planche, Tom Lawrence, good save by Smithies. Loving the stream as always, thank you Thunderball, I appreciate it. Mar Warburton could join Dutch side Breda, now that is interesting. Can we do the reaction to the football match live? I am very tempted to do that because I don't know if you know, I did explain this, but I don't know how many of you were on. Head up, but it's saved. I don't know how many of you were live to hear me react, but I said I was very annoyed in my my second last Colchester career mode because I recorded my reaction to the football match. And everything was going very, very well, but one of my videos got corrupted completely. Meaning, audio was there, capture footage was fine, but video footage, gone. So, that had to be scrapped completely, and that really annoyed me because I spent a good hour organising all of that. But I think doing it live actually might be the best thing for it, to be honest. I mean, the problem is, it's quite a long video, so that's why I've definitely made it into a video. I don't know, I might do it live. I've not decided if I'm going to do it live yet. If it's supposed to be a joke, Blue Terry, I'm not going to get it. I probably should get it, to be fair. I really should. It's probably part of me not being fun, I guess. Right, what's next? Forest wants some young player called Kenyon. Is that how you say that? Okay, interesting. So sometimes, they go for these young potential players there. Next game is Huddersfield Bristol City. Now Blue Terry will be interested. So Huddersfield Bristol City. Now I think we may get a quite fair few number of goals in this game. I remember one of the games ending Bristol City 5, Huddersfield 3. I don't know how long ago it was. Maybe it's been last year actually. But it was definitely one of the most entertaining games I've seen for quite some time. It was just chance after chance all the time. Could be a Zinchenko replacement, maybe. But knowing Forest, they should go all in to try and keep Zinchenko at the club. Oh, for goodness sake. Yeah, that's actually a really good joke. I'm so disappointed in myself because I actually do know Warburton's. Oh, my days. You know what? That's just me not being fun. That's why I'm not taking comedy. That is why you guys are in charge of all the humorous stuff. I can't do funny. Me and funny do not mix. Alex and funny, Alexis and funny just doesn't sound. It's not me. I am not the funny or the comedian type. Leave me alone. Please do like the stream if you've not done so. It does really help the channel. It does really help. We do have a laugh sometimes. Please do hit the subscribe button if you've not done so as well. It really, really does help the growth of this channel. We are still currently on 1,077, so a subscriber really does help, especially as we're only 3 away from 1,080. That will be an amazing goal. If you guys have already liked and subscribed, the best thing that you can do is to share the channel. I think that'll be the best thing forward for this channel. And if you're even feeling extra or generous enough, you can even donate as well, but I'm not even going to force you guys to do that. And just to remind you guys, I've now got the special thanks feature on my channel, so any video that you would actually feel generous enough to donate, you can actually do that. So you don't have to donate onto just my live streams anymore. So the opportunities are opening up here. And Matt, we've been waiting for you. Welcome to the stream. Well, I've not been waiting, but a couple of Huddersfield fans have been waiting for your arrival at least. Yeah, it was going to be a very interesting contest overall. I knew it was going to be a close game, but for the fact that Huddersfield, went 2-0 up at one stage, it did look like that they ultimately deserved it in the end. But Darraj said his piece. He said that Coventry missed chances. I've not been able to catch up in all the games yet, and Coventry and Huddersfield's one of those games. But I'm pleased for Anurin, being, a former Chelsea player, scoring his first goal in professional football. Forest will go up, not Huddersfield. Oh, fighting talk. I love it. Hi, everyone except Blue Terry. Matt's already prepared. He's already prepared. Oh, my God. Yeah, well, Charlie, you could talk about the Salt right now. What happened to your team? You were just slating your team a couple of minutes ago. Oh, look at this. There we go. Stop crying, Mattis B. Ring Oasis. I think we need to ring Oasis right now. We got to get a tribute band going. Stop crying, Mattis B. Great. I think it rolls well with the tongue as well, I've got to say. Huddersfield staying down with 5 and back. Oh, getting chance back and forth now. Absolutely love it. It's making me distracted. I want to actually commentate on this game because I actually think this game, Huddersfield and Bristol City, I think will be a really interesting game. We do tend to see quite a lot of goals against these sides. I mean, we're seeing a Bristol City side who scored 5 against Hull, but they fall behind in this game here. Pain for Matt, but absolute jubilation for Blue Terrier as Danny Ward scores for Huddersfield Town. According to FIFA, it's going to be their it won't be their last home game of the season. Who am I kidding? Because they're going to still have their home tie in the top 6. Now, here's another question. Well, I've asked this question already, but since there's a couple of you, 11 viewers, thank you guys for turning up today. Please do like the stream if you've not done so. It does really, really help the channel. But a question for any of you who are in the top 6 right now, or if your teams are in the top 6, who do you want to play in the top 6? Because if I remember right, I think Blue Terrier and most Huddersfield fans want Luton Town. I'm like, careful what you wish for with Luton Town. They're always a very tricky team. I compare them a bit similar to Millwall, I think, with their firepower and how organised they can be. But I guess with their injury problems, maybe that's why you may want to play Luton right now. Yeah, Matt's not pleased with that. Corner for Bristol City, headed away. Maybe chance for Vyman. No, Tom Lees does very well there. Fair play to him. Ringo Oasis, says OTR Plays. Oh, you changed your profile, Phineas. I love it. I'm saying Forest gets second, Bournemouth third, and Bournemouth to go up in the playoffs. You do feel that one of Forest and Bournemouth will be the favourites to go up via the playoffs, depending who gets into those top 6 places. But Forest, there's something between them and Huddersfield which is very interesting, because Corberan and actually Nathan Jones and Luton, 2 teams in the current top 6, have been one of the very few teams that have beaten Steve Cooper as Nottingham Forest manager. If I'm thinking, I think you can literally only count on the fingers of one hand the amount of defeats, or league defeats at least, that Forest have had since Steve Cooper's been in charge. I can only think of Fulham, Luton, Huddersfield. There may have been a couple of others as well that I can't think of, but there may have been 4, but that's the 3 that I can think of. You know, to have that consistency from Steve Cooper, it's why I think if Forest do go up, he should really be in contention for Manager of the Year. He's really turned around this Forest team, and you just imagine where they would be if he was there at the start of the season. The players will either be won by Forest, Luton, or Blades. Oh, I love that. Love that process. Love that theory there from Matt there. Great analytical thinking there. Rabbit, welcome to the stream. It's good to see you. Oh, now Matt's robbing it into Charlie now. Gosh. I tell you what, Matt's just stirring the pot right now. He's literally just stirring right now. I love it. Cartersville beat them 2-1. Did they? They may have done. I need to actually look at all the games that Forest may have lost with Steve Cooper in charge. I'm actually going to do that now. I'm curious now. Let's look at Forest's list of games, and let's see all the games when Steve Cooper's taken in charge. And I think Who Scored might be the best software to use for this. So if we go to Forest and we go to their recent games, I mean, you guys are not seeing it right now because I don't want you guys to potentially miss a goal. Huddersfield are in the penalty box right now. Lewis O'Brien, Danny Ward, good defending. I tell you what, that's great defending by Bristol City there. That definitely looked very, very dangerous on their part there. Right, I've just found Forest and I'm going to get their list of games now. Because I'm telling you, there's not going to be many defeats in the Championship since Steve Cooper's been in charge. So I'm going to exclude the games when he wasn't in charge. So his first game in charge was their home draw against Millwall. I remember it. It was their home draw against Millwall. And this pretty much shows as close to all of the games with Steve Cooper being in charge. So if you see this there, a lot of games. But as you can see, Fulham, as I said, 4-0. Oh, yeah, they back-to-back defeats. Middlesbrough, I forgot about that. Forgot they lost 2-0 to Middlesbrough there. That's that Huddersfield game I was on about. And yes, Rabbit's right. They did lose to Cardiff at home there. And then their last one since then was Luton. Look at that streak there. To go on a streak like that and not lose is quite outstanding. You've got to say it. That consistency is incredible. And it's why Forest are up there. So that's 5 defeats since Cooper's taken over. And when you consider that, if you consider their start of the season, they were on 1 point in 7 games. So that means they had 6 defeats. 11 defeats Forest should have. So hoping I've calculated it right. Leeds need a Chelsea win tomorrow or Everton will suck them into the battle. And I tell you what, I talked about this recently with one of my siblings. That Chelsea have just become a very charitable team, a bit similar to Man United in a way. When we played against them recently, it was a very charitable performance when we drew to them. Sorry. So if there's any team Everton can get a result against, it's going to be Chelsea, and I'm actually not optimistic, which is crazy for me to say that. You know, as a Chelsea fan, you know I should be feeling very comfortable, but I can never feel confident anymore, and it's not great. It's not a great feeling, really, but you know, it's what happens when you have expectations. And if I set my expectations very low, I won't be disappointed, and that's what I'm doing. That's my way to do things. But yeah, I've just looked. Forest have lost 11 games. Only 5 games they lost since Steve Cooper was in charge. That is insane. When you consider in the table that Fulham have lost 9 games this season. Their form, Forest, has been better than Fulham's season since he took over. They must have earned more points now. I don't know if it is official, but I will definitely check on it very, very soon. Leeds or Huddersfield, who's more likely to be in the Prem next year? Oh, that almost feels like a tough question to answer now. I'm still going to say Leeds, because I still think a 5-point gap could be substantial, and for games that Everton still have to play are quite big, but it's tricky. I don't know, to be honest, because Huddersfield also still got to go through playoffs as well, so there's a lot of things riding for all those teams, but I'm still going to slightly edge Leeds, but there is a very nagging feeling that, because Huddersfield have actually, I think, out of all those 4 teams in the top 6, I think they've got the best record out of those 4 teams when it comes to playoff games. That is a nice flowing goal by Bristol City. They've barely been featured in this game at all. But Antoine Semenyo just always being in the right place in the right time. That was a very, very nice goal scored by the Cider Army. Let's see this again. So Vyman to Chris Martin Vyman, and a great through ball. Defenders are just not closing Semenyo deep enough there. Pearson shouldn't even be on the pitch. He's injured at the moment. But Semenyo scores for Bristol City. 1-1. 79th minute. A late equaliser. Yeah, Leeds have got Arsenal and Chelsea coming up too. Yeah, it's not great. Oops, says Matt. Stirring the pot again. I love it. One thing I'm a bit excited about, and I don't know if I actually told you this, Matt, but I am very much planning of going to the Championship playoff final in Wembley. You know, if you know me, I don't go to many football games. A lot of the time, it's just too, well, I almost find it too much of a trek. I think I'm a lazy person in general. But with this new job that I've got, having to crack me into shape, taking the train every day, I'm definitely going to make the effort to get a Championship playoff final ticket to whoever 2 teams it's going to be, whether it's Luton or Sheffield United, whether it's Huddersfield or Forest. I will get tickets to see the final, and I'll be excited because I actually think we're going to get some really big people go to that game. And if you're going to this as well, it could be a chance for us to meet as well, which would be absolutely amazing. And for any viewers here, if you're going to the playoff final, it could be an opportunity for you guys for once to actually meet me as well, you know, because one thing I've not done, to be fair, which I think I should have done ages ago, is just to even have opportunities for you guys to even meet up with me, because you guys have been supporting me for nearly 3 years now, and I've not really had the chance because I've just been stuck in Chelmsford. But I think that's going to change when it comes to the playoff final. I'm definitely going to try and make a trek there. I'm going, says Mad. We'd have to meet. Oh, certainly. We'll definitely keep in touch if we do that. It's on the Sunday, I believe, which actually is very ideal for me because it's my 1 free day. I definitely don't have any work or anything to worry about. Timing of kickoff could be interesting. If it's a midday kickoff, it'll make things interesting. If it's a afternoonish kickoff, it'll be definitely more ideal. But I'm definitely going to make the effort to go. But, oh my God, what a save by Benny. Oh! I thought he was going to give a penalty there, but I think he's blown the full-time whistle. My God, I thought Bentley bottled it there and spilled it for an easy tap-in. But no, it looks like it's going to end Huddersfield 1, Bristol City 1. So Huddersfield end their season with a point. Bristol City going on an unbeaten run now. I've got to say, I think Bristol City are unbeaten in the last 5 games. So they've done really well, Bristol City. So I don't know, is it because the pressure's off? I don't know. Bristol City are always a very peculiar club. I can never predict them right. Right, my controller just ran out of battery for some bizarre reason, despite me charging it. Back to here. So, guys, as we're in this transition scene right now, please make sure you have the opportunity to smash that like button. It really is helpful for this channel. It's completely free to do, and it really does support the channel. We are currently on 17 likes at the moment. Okay, not too bad. Let's try and get to 20 likes by the next game. And the next game we're going to stream for you guys is the big game for promotion. It is Hull against Nottingham Forest. Now, I said at the start of this stream, Bournemouth and Forest is really much going to be the opening, you know, like the opening scene to what's really going to be happening in terms of the final day. Bournemouth could literally end all worries by this game. If they beat Forest, don't know why I almost forgot their team, they automatically go up. As simple as that. And they don't have to worry about Forest anymore. But if Forest win, Bournemouth will have to chase them down on the final day, playing a Millwall side where they feel themselves they can still try and get into the top 6. I personally don't think they will, based on their goal difference. But mathematically, they're not out of it. So, big game, Hull and Forest. And Hull, it's difficult to sum up. I mean, how would you sum up a team that have just lost 5-0 to Bristol City? Reckon Huddersfield could sell out 45,000. Bournemouth wouldn't. Forest probs would. Oh, Forest should sell a lot. I think the worst case scenario for me would be Forest and Huddersfield in terms of trying to get tickets. I'm definitely going to have to be very, very quick in trying to get the tickets in. I'll definitely be having a reminder on my calendar or something to get tickets in like as soon as possible. Because I've seen some of the sellout times, in some of these league games. And they go so quickly. And with it being a playoff final, it's going to be massive. It'll be very pricey because it's Wembley, but my brother's been to Wembley before for an England friendly game, and I think this will be a very poignant way to have my first Wembley experience. To do something that I've been broadcasting, maybe I should, probably broadcasting is probably a bit OTT, but covering for 3 years, and especially with the future of this channel being a little bit more uncertain, it definitely would feel something that I definitely think that everyone does deserve to see, which is me going to games. Pretty good, to be fair. Probably the best 5 I've seen in centre-backs this year. I've been to Wembley once to watch QPR and Derby. Oh, that is... Could you recall the limbs for QPR when Zamora scored that goal? I mean, it must have been utter torture for you, but... rate the limbs out of 10 for QPR when Zamora scored that goal in. I mean, that is right up there for like one of the best limbs. What an unbelievable run there by Longman there, but that's a great save by Samba. I was going to say, he went on the Ronaldinho dribble run there. Unbelievable. Lewis Potter, now it's good defending by Forest. Sheffield United would sell out. Yeah, the Sheffield clubs would definitely sell out. They've got a really good fan base. I've got to give it to them. Vlog it. I would definitely try to. What I do have to sort out though is that I can't use my iPhone to record things these days now. The microphone was really good when I got it, but now it's just really degraded and it can barely pick my voice up, so I'm gonna have to borrow a camera of sorts if I'm gonna vlog it. But it definitely will be a really invaluable experience. I gotta say, it'll be a very valuable experience if I do go there. Rip Daz, yes, yeah, rest in peace indeed. Yeah, full respect to Daz there, and it was a very poignant tribute by Corberan as well. I think was it his daughter who wore Daz's shirt, so it was a very poignant tribute there. Rest in peace indeed. Rasco says, I've been to Wembley twice. Sheffield United versus Burnley 2009. Now that's a throwback. Wow. And Burnley won this game, I believe. I think it was Graham Alexander, I think. Or was it Elliott? It was either Alexander or Elliott who scored the only goal for Burnley. It was one of those two. I always get them confused for some weird reason. But yeah, that was to the Premier League, obviously. And Burnley did go up in that season, of course. That was when they had... is that when they had Owen Coyle in charge as well? Is that the season before when Owen Coyle changed from Burnley to Bolton? Because that was a very, very awkward, tense moment for him. And he doesn't do himself any better when he goes and joins Blackburn within a couple of seasons later. Probably Agent Doyle for getting them relegated in that season. But wow, yeah, that's a throwback and a half. Sheffield United lost the penalties both times. Daz was a big town fan there. Late in May 2017, Schindler scored. Yes. And could it be something similar with maybe someone else? Maybe like a Sorba Thomas or someone. We'll have to wait and find out. Huddersfield will have to get to the playoff final, though. I actually think that team that's in the top 6 now is better than the team that got into the top 6 when they had David Wagner. I've got to say it. So I am hoping for their sake that they can actually earn their place in the Premier League. I mean, no disrespect. They only scored one playoff goal, which got them to the Premier League, and from penalty shootouts. You know, a lot of teams that can park the bus can do that. I probably sound outrageous for saying that, but I've been very critical of Huddersfield, really. But I've been always saying they're spirited, but they lack the quality. But I actually think this Huddersfield team this year, the best compliment I can give is I think it's better than the team that went out under Wagner. And I think whilst it's spirited, I think for once it has the quality too. And what an unbelievable turn of events this is. Hull have taken the lead against Nottingham Forest. George Honeyman with the goal. Now bear this in mind. FIFA has predicted Bournemouth and Forest to end as a 0-0 draw. And FIFA has predicted Millwall to beat Bournemouth by 2-1. So a win for Forest will see them in the Premier League. But they're not doing the job right now, as Hull have taken the lead with a George Honeyman goal. It's a fantastic goal. Hitting his shot, literally hitting in the post and in. Great goal. No keeper saving that. And it's 1-0 to Hull. And they're spoiling their promotion party. Luton are the luckiest team in the world in the 2019 season. Is that when they got promoted, or is that when they got promoted to the Championship, or is that when they survived the Championship? Imagine if Hull beat Forest on the final day to mess it all up for them. It would literally be so typical for Championship as well, which is why I shouldn't act so shocked when that goal went in. I really shouldn't act shocked. Peony Finn, I think that's Finley there, who's changed his name. And he said, how's your Gaffer team looking? And thank you for bringing that up, because honestly, I have no idea. For a start, I've not made a Gaffer video in ages. I mean, for reason being, it wasn't performing all that well on the channel, unfortunately, and a weekly series just seemed a bit pointless for it, unfortunately. I was really into it, but then it just became a bit of a nuisance doing it all the time, and it was difficult to try and, sort everything out. But I can tell it's outdated because there's some people in the team that definitely can't be available due to injury. But if you want to see how my team is doing with points, let's just wait for this corner first, because I was going to transition scenes there. This could be dangerous because Hull are quite dangerous with set pieces. It looks like Walsh is on the pitch there. Looks like it's well defended. Right, I think the ball is safe. Unless something changes here. George Honeyman again, the goal scorer here. Doherty. They're looking very dangerous in that right-hand side. Scott McKenna trying to close up the cross. Doherty, it's a corner. Right, I'm going to do it very quickly. So, here's my Gaffer team. So, if you don't know what Gaffer is, it's basically a championship version of fantasy football. For the Premier League at least. So, I'm on 3,061 points. And I am in two notable leagues. So, I'm in my own league there. And I'm in Ben HD's Patreon league as well. Oh, I'm so gutted I'm 5th place. Because I was actually, no joke, I was actually top 2 for most of that season. But clearly because I didn't check my Gaffer teams. And it always happens. My Gaffer teams start so well. But then things get in my way. And I always forget to do it. And that is naturally what's happened. I mean, that happened to my fantasy team like long ago. I've just completely neglected it now, unfortunately. Without COVID, you never win the title nor go back. Oh yeah, true. Yeah, that was the season when they got up with. It wasn't the points per game. No, when Coventry went up from League One to the Championship, that was on points per game. But no, I don't think they went up through COVID. I think you're thinking of Coventry season in League One, unless I'm getting them confused. Forest are one heck of an old club. It would be sad if they don't go to the Prem. Honestly, I would really love to see Forest in the Prem. It surprises me that they've not been in the Prem in the 21st century, but it is true. They were relegated, I think, in 1999 or 1998. It was one of those years, before I was even born. Probably, I mean, maybe just before Matt was born as well, or before Matt may have just entered this world when Forest were in the Premier League. But yeah, they were relegated before my lifetime, which is absolutely crazy. And I got that very same feeling when Leeds went up for the first time, since 2004. Because that was, I was 4 years old when they were last in the Premier League. So it felt very, very nostalgic. But Forest will feel like on another level. But I think definitely people who remember transitioning from Division 1 to the Premier League will feel very nostalgic seeing this team back into the Premier League for sure. It'll definitely put a lot of smile on a lot of people's faces, maybe apart from the people in East Midlands who will support Derby County at least. Cov would not have won League One 2019-20, COVID or not, says Rexy. Interesting opinion there. Cov did go up because of COVID. Yeah, what you're talking about, guys, is when the season was finished due to COVID, obviously, and they went up on points per game. So that was when Coventry, Wickham, and Rotherham went up. Yeah, it was those three. Yeah, that's right. Of course, it's Rotherham. They go up and get relegated from each season to a time. And I didn't even notice that's the full-time whistle. And Hull, with this win over Forest, it means Forest are going to have to settle with playoffs. Because in our previous game, FIFA didn't predict any goals between Bournemouth and Forest. It was a 0-0 draw. Forest had the chance because they predicted Bournemouth to lose against Millwall. But unbelievably, they do not beat Hull. Hull beat them by 1-0. Unbelievable. Matt, don't be angry about them. They're stirring the pot now. They're almost being influenced by your behaviour here. We aimed for 20 likes by the end of this game, and we've got 20 likes. So, guys, thank you so much for hitting that like button. Let's go for 25 likes after the end of this next game, which is Luton against Reading, which could be seen as a game with not much to play for. But Luton, depending what they do against Fulham tomorrow, they could be looking at this game a bit nervy, I gotta say. If they lose to Fulham quite emphatically, Sheffield United, for improving their goal difference, can overtake them. So it could be quite tense for Luton. They definitely want to make sure that they don't lose heavily to Fulham. If they get a great... In fact, they actually only need a point against Fulham, from Ryan saying, and they've confirmed top 6. In fact, no, wait. No, not quite, because Middlesbrough on 70, so... well, a win would confirm it, but a draw... They would only have to worry about Middlesbrough. Please make sure you smash the like button. Let's aim for 25 likes after this game here. Please do make sure you follow my social medias if you do want to get involved in part of my social media life. Please also hit the subscribe button if you've not done so. It does really, really help the growth of this channel. I believe we are still on 1,077. We're only 3 subs, guys, from 1,080, which would be a fantastic achievement for this channel if we can get there. Let's try and push for 1,080. If you guys have already liked and subscribed, the best thing that you can do is to share this channel to as many people as you can. That really, really does help the growth of this channel. Finn is doing a chant about Alan Brown here right now. Obviously in good spirits with Preston beating Barnsley today. How do you decide which end you go in for the playoff final? I honestly do not have a clue. But the thing is, I'm not going to be supporting either of them anyway, so I shouldn't have any issue with that. I don't know. Maybe they've already allocated it. I don't know how they're going to do it. I think they can't necessarily mix them because that's going to be carnage. Although it could turn out to be that way, obviously. Have I missed any comments? Being serious, I think first Fulham, second Forest, Pau, Terriers, or Luton. Yeah, I think I would. First Fulham, second Forest. Yeah, maybe. It's basically a championship version of yeah. That's what Gaffer was. Also, is Cameron Hayes still crying about not being able to get past McKenna? Oh, got a bit of rivalry going on there. How many games left, says OTR Plays? Great question. I actually don't know. Let's count. So, after Luton Reading, we've got Peterborough Blackpool, Preston Middlesbrough, Sheffield United Fulham, Stoke Coventry, Swansea QPR, and West Brom Barnsley. So, West Brom Barnsley will be the last game we stream. 6 games left. Did I already do Bournemouth and Forest, says Charlie Price? Yes, I did. I haven't seen you on my channel for a while. It's good to see you. Yeah, so, I mean, in case you want to see, I won't spoil it, obviously. So, in case you do want to know, and then I wouldn't mind telling you. But just in case you want to watch it for yourself, I won't spoil it. But, yeah, it's the first game I streamed, so you just go near the start of the stream and you'll see it right there. Although I do warn you, it's not the best of games. Can you reveal where you place in Ben's prediction league? Are you talking about... I actually, I wish I could give you an answer to that, but I actually still don't know. But and this isn't exclusive from a Patreon to a Patreon's point of view, next couple of, well, at least by next week, I would hope he should have it ready, because Ben has promised he would get it ready in time. But I think something's that, because if you don't know this, and this is something that I don't know if many people know, but Ben actually doesn't do, he doesn't actually calculate the predictions. He gets someone else to do it. And I think he's naturally been away from the channel from a bit, which is what's happened there. So I think what's naturally going to happen is that, what I'm hoping is that he can actually look at us Patreons as actually more of like really important roles that we can edit. We can do all those stuff as well. I mean, heck, I can edit. Look at what I'm doing right now. Hey man, I'll go back and watch. Forest fan, hope we can do this. Fingers crossed. Yeah, fingers crossed to you indeed. I'll be, I would personally love to see Forest in the Prem over Bournemouth. I mean, I don't have anything against Bournemouth, obviously, but it'll be very nice to see a bit of variety going into the Premier League, and it'll be nice to see them in the Prem for the first time in the 21st century too. There, Quans, Henry saying new Reds, love it. Scunthorpe on the National League next season. Yeah, that's right. So they drew today against Hartlepool, from Ryan saying. They drew against Hartlepool, but despite that, they've been cut adrift a little bit from their position off the table, unfortunately. And by the way the club's been run so far, it's not looking great for them, isn't it? Super Sammy Surridge to score another hat-trick against his old club, says Charlie. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, we'll see if FIFA thinks of that. But I tell you what, Surridge has had a very important role to play with the injuries of Graben and Davis. But fair play to him, because Surridge, very recently, I even remember him back in his Swansea days and Bournemouth days. He's been passed the baton as a really important player at times, but sometimes he'd buckle under the pressure. But I genuinely think the system that Steve Cooper's got him to play has got the best out of him, which you just got to give praise to the manager, honestly. Half time, and it's 0-0 between Luton and Reading. Charlie Brown seeing Luton's now going up. Interesting there. Oh, now we've got a guest. Right, be right back, guys. I can hear my door being scratched down. It's the start of the show. Guys, make sure you leave more comments as of now. Come on then, start the show. Come on. You have been missing all day. This is naughty behaviour. It's naughty behaviour. It's non-excusable. The very least you can do is make everyone see you. Are you going to hide away? You're going to hide away, aren't you? Come on. No, you're going to say hello. No, you're going to hide away. No. What are you doing? Oh, for goodness sake. Well, you're chatting enough. Come on. What are you doing? Come on, go this way. No, you're going to sleep and be lazy? Yeah, you're going to be asleep and be lazy. You'll probably think of what I'm talking about if you're new viewers, but the star of this show is Gatsby, and he he actually looks quite funny with that head position there, actually. I guess we can kind of stream in this angle at the moment. It looks quite nice, actually. Look, I'm doing it this way. We're only here for Gatsby, says Blue Terrier. I want to see like charts and stuff like that, but yeah, star of the show, he's here finally. I gotta say, I mean, I didn't actually think he'd actually turn up in this stream. He's been so antisocial today, but this is actually the first time he's been in my room all day, so he's picked a good time to do it. Come on, you Gatsby, says Rex C. He hates the Leicester, he hates the Derby, Forest, the Magic. Love it. I just love seeing the Gatsbys in the chat. Look at that. I never get this much love. What's it about you? I swear to God. It's so much easier being an animal. I swear to God. Get the cute factor. Fireman is so underrated, said Charlie. I agree. I think a lot of players... I think when you take a good cluster of clubs, I would put Bristol City, Preston and Birmingham in that conversation. Any really good player from there is, I think, criminally underrated. So I'd put Archer in that conversation. I would put Ono Hernandez in that conversation. And I will put Andre Weimann for Bristol City in that conversation. Rex C's has just said his the tooth fell out. Oh, fair enough. Gosh, I remember when my teeth used to fall out. We love you, Gatsby. We do. Oh, Gatsby, we love you. Yes, he's made a grand... I thought I was in for a minute there. Looks like it's hit the side netting right. I know love to see him, but we need to turn back here. I wasn't liking where the camera was positioned. You can actually be on camera, you know. People love you. But you're being shy on purpose. Come on, man. You're never this shy, you know, with me around here. LJP, welcome to the stream. It's good to see you. A lot of you are here, to be fair. And by the way, guys, if you don't know, this is my last FIFA 22 Predict stream. The very, very last one. Which is crazy. We're not doing these streams anymore. So, I mean, main reason really is because it's time consuming with editing and downloading. And I personally want to take a different approach to score predictions. I just think what I do is way too similar to Ben HD. And I'm really surprised, but I've not been called out on it as much. I have been called out on it before. And actually quite targeted at times by people on it. But they have a reason to say it. I credit Ben, but... You know, it comes to the point where it's too obsessive, and I definitely want to do something new for predictions next year. So there'll be no more FIFA footage. We showed it with half of last year's footage, and then we showed it all of this year, which has been great. But this channel can definitely take another step back to take 2 steps forward. I think that's the best description I can give of this at the moment. We've got a Jess in the stream. Honeygun, did you delete Jess's messages on purpose? That's not nice. Charlie Brown singing chants about Honeygun again. I tell you what, when you've got a chant after you, you know, it's the biggest honour, I would dare say. I'll tell you what, Weimer's second goal, when he chipped it, was so saucy. I saw it, yeah, it was really good. Weimer's really been an underrated player this year, I agree. I completely agree. I think whilst I do my underrated, my team of the season, I think I'm also going to do an underrated team of the season as well. So I think there'll be 2 videos that I can get sorted. Maybe 1 per week, maybe. What was the Stoke Coventry result? We've not streamed Coventry and Stoke yet. So that will be coming up very soon, actually. So after this game, it will be Peterborough and Blackpool. Now... That'll be 2 teams. Oh gosh, I remember when I used to do the Timo one, but Timo scored actually not too far away from that. Right, Luton Town and Reading ends as a 0-0 draw. Peterborough and Blackpool are next, which I expect not to be the most thrilling. You don't know. Peterborough could definitely go out and try and get something here, but yeah, I don't know. That's probably one of the toughest games to predict, Peterborough Blackpool now, especially with the positions right now with both of them. Yeah, I'll think about it. That wasn't me. That was John. Oh, okay. Getting back at each other here. Did we get 25 likes after this game? We got straight answer no, but we weren't too far away. 22 likes. Let's go for 25 likes for this game. So for Peterborough versus Blackpool, let's try and get to 25 likes after the end of this game. That'll be a great target, guys. If you can, hit the subscribe button also. It does really, really help the stream. Still in 1,077. Really close to 1,080, which I think will be a great goal for this channel if we can get to that today. If you have all these likes and subscribe, the best thing you can do is share the channel to as many people as you can. Friends, family, anyone that you can. That really helps as well. And also, if you're even feeling extra generous, you can even donate to the stream as well. But I'm obviously not going to force you guys to do that. You have every right to donate or not to donate. And by the way, guys, actually another thing on donating. Yeah, you can actually donate on my main videos now as well. The super thanks feature is now switched on for my channel. So if there was any video that you really enjoyed and you wanted to leave a comment attached with a donation, you can now do that. So let's say I got my table predictions very wrong. You can troll me by doing like a cheeky £1.69 donation saying, you're so wrong or whatever. So that can now happen now. You can even go to my latest video and do that now. But once again, not expecting you guys to do that, especially when there's money involved. But if things that I would encourage you to do that are completely free of charge, liking and subscribing would definitely be the best thing that you can do for free. And what a treat that we're getting this for free. What a fantastic strike by Peterborough here. Is it Clark Harris who scores there? Wow, amazing. 7 views to go for 1,000. Fair play. Well done, OTR. It's a good bit of play, a good cross, and it's a volley that comes in from the post and in. That's a fantastic goal. It is Clark Harris that scores for Peterborough, and it's 1-0 to the home team there. Frank Fielding's in the building. Ada Flint's having a party, says Honeygun. Against Chesterfield was the last away day of the season when we won the league. One City fans were singing that for 30 minutes straight. Oh my days. Did anyone check his vocal cords? Did anyone give a rip to his vocal cords if that was the case? I mean, I would sing in a game, but my voice would be in bits within like 20 minutes or so. It's going to be very interesting, especially in the playoff final, if I do go to it. I definitely really want to go to it now that I think about it, especially it's on a Sunday. And when I think about it, train to Wembley, it's really not that hard, I got to say. I got to do it. I really got to do it sometime in my life. There's only one Andre Vyman, one Andy Vyman. I tell you what, Charlie is Andy Vyman's biggest fan right now, by the looks of things. Clark Harris against James Husband, but he loses out. Norburn now of the ball. Smodix. Taylor. Oh, it's good defending there. Keeps it as well. I can't say his name. Ekiptia, I think. Oh, no, it's not how you say it. I'm never going to get his name right, but you know who I'm trying to say. I'm doing it on my own. Chris Kamara. Which, by the way, how was your guys' reactions to Chris Kamara leaving Sky Sports? It did feel like it was inevitable, I've got to say, hearing the medical news from him recently. It was just a shame that, he's had to drop that on us, that late into the season. But it unfortunately doesn't come to a surprise. And we're living in an age now where I do think a lot of change and revamp. I can't say the word. What's the right word for it? A lot of revamping is now being taken place in a lot of chat shows. I'm not saying they're dying out and stuff like that, but chat shows, football chat shows, any sort of chat show, they're not as common anymore now. Really want to go to a playoff final, was not able to go in 2015. Yes, that's right. That was when Middlesbrough lost against Norwich. So it would have been a good experience, but it wouldn't have been a great outcome, obviously. Norwich won 2-0 in the end with Alex Neil in charge. I think Redmond and Cameron Jerome were the 2 goal scorers, actually, for that game. I told Matt Huddersfield would beat Coventry, and I was right, and George Alsters can't take it. You even mentioned it in my stream as well, and I got to say, I was more tempted with a Huddersfield win than I was with a Coventry win. I'm not saying that, because Coventry's home form has actually been, down in bits quite recently. Darby said that Vyman was bad. I'm not going to say that word. He's now dynamite. Unbelievable. Yeah, unbelievable, Jeff. I probably should have said that. Yeah, it was. Cammy's going to be a commentator on the ITV show starting on May the 9th. Oh, what was it called? It's the new, it's the thing, I think, replacing Ninja Warrior. What was it called? It was the Gladiators or something like that. Oh, what's it called? I knew it because I was invited tickets to see it, I think. I've forgotten what it's called. What's it called? I'm gonna be so annoyed because I know what the show is, but it's literally left my mind as of now. It'll suddenly click. Chris Kamara's leaving? I must have missed that, Jeff. That's a really good take on that there. God, yeah, that was actually a really good time to use that quote as well. I'm going to miss him. I'm really going to miss him because him commentating is all I remember. 24 years. Take that into consideration. He's been commentating and he's been on Sky Sports longer than I have been born, which says everything for how much he's achieved. Right, I thought it was full time actually, but no, it's only half time. 1-0 to Peterborough. You don't know what it is, but it's got Love Island stars. Oh dear. I hope it's not. Oh dear. Soccer Saturday's not good these days. They've got rid of all the greats, and Cammy leaving now is end of an era. We will miss the unbelievable Jeff. Well, we've got to cherish Jeff to the best that we can, because of course he's leaving next year, by the looks of things now. I'm so annoyed. I don't know what the show's called. I did know what the show was called, but please, if anyone does know, please tell me. I'm pretty sure one of you would definitely know. Have I just found it? No, that's a documentary. No, what's it called? I'm actually really annoyed that I don't know. I wonder if it's the games. I've just thought about that. What if it could be the games? Yes, it's the games. That's what it's called. I just remembered. Yeah, because I saw a trailer for it. It had Holly Willoughby, Alex Scott, all these people. Yeah, it's that. 9th of May, 2022. So, 5-part series. Yes, that's how I remember it. It was a nightly show. Announced earlier. So, yeah, Olivia Atwood. Yeah, that's Love Island. Kevin Clifton. Yeah, he's from Strictly, I believe. Wes Nelson, he's Love Island. Colson Smith, he's actor. And Blackpool just equalised. I was just so starstruck by the amazing celebrity cast. But I missed this goal. Oh, that's a great strike, I've got to say. Josh Bowler with the goal. Ooh, look at that bend there. Going wide, but not in the post and in. You don't see many of these goals these days. You've got to cherish those goals as well. 1-1 between Peterborough and Blackpool. Max George. Now, I do know who Max George is. He's a member of the Wanted. Chelsea Grimes. Yes, I do know. She was on Soccer Aid and presenter. Josh Herdman. Now, I recognise that name. He may have been... I tell you what, he's probably from something like Harry Potter or something. Christine McGuinness. Yeah, well, that's Paddy McGuinness's wife. Phoenix Brown. Don't actually know who she is. But oh, chance! Oh my days! I didn't think that was going to be a chance. Grimshaw makes a great save there. Wow, I thought Peterborough were going to take the lead there. OTL Play says he's got to go. Yeah, well, thank you for turning up to this stream, OTL Plays. I do terrifically appreciate that. Teresa Miliani. Don't actually know who she is. Rebecca Sarker. Now she's Emmerdale, I think. Ryan Thomas. I know about Ryan Thomas for the wrong reasons. And that looks like it's there in the moment. When Jeff leaves next season, the show will not be the same. Will not be the same to watch whilst he leaves. Yes, I really got to hope that they really replace someone really good for that. You know, I've seen them already, you know, have other people on it, but it's just not felt the same, hasn't it? Oh, you're basing Alex Scott on the Belinda Carlisle song. In fact, no, actually, wait. Is it based? No, it's not based on that song. No, it's not. I thought I knew the song. I thought you based it on Heaven is a Place on Earth. I'm getting stuck into my 80s groove now. Huddersfield should play the kids against Bristol. Well, maybe, but it depends, you know, where they want to finish top 6. You know, do they want to finish 4th? Because they could technically, depending what happens between Bournemouth and Forest, still finish higher than 4th. And they can play the 6th place team. But it depends. It really does depend. What wrong reasons do I know with Ryan Thomas? Well, I knew he was involved with the Punchgate scenario with Celebrity Big Brother. But I knew he wasn't guilty. But unfortunately, that's how I knew him for. I knew he's a very well-respected actor in that, but that's how I originally knew who he was. It was just Car Crash TV, wasn't it? And they're still making Car Crash TV to this day. You know, this is why people tune into Netflix and YouTube these days. No Car Crash TV. Oh. Can go back. There's no way they can revamp it. There's absolutely no chance they can revamp it now with the society we've got these days. If they can't get Jeremy Kyle, there's no way they can bring Big Brother back. There's no chance. 90th minute here. It looks like it's going to stay 1-1, which is a very meaningless result. Not really many teams playing with much to play for anymore. Can they get a late goal though? Peterborough, maybe. No, good defending by Dougal, and it's a full-time whistle. It ends as a 1-1 draw between Peterborough and Blackpool. Did we hit 25 likes after this game? We're close up and not quite with 23. Oh, you guys are teasing me here. Right, don't worry, it's absolutely fine. But please keep going with the likes. It really does help the channel if you do like the stream. Please also do hit the subscribe button if you've not done so either, as we're still on 1,077. There we go. Don't know why we had a black screen there, but there we go. 1,077 still, so please do hit the subscribe button if you can. Getting to 1,080 would be amazing today. It really would be a really great achievement for the channel. If you've done all of that already, the best thing that you can do is to share this channel to as many people as you can. That really helps as well. If you want to follow my social medias, they're down there. You know, Twitter and Instagram. I'm not very active on Instagram, but I am from time to time. Twitter, I'm a little bit more active. So if you want to see my views on things there, that's the best place you can go. And even if you're feeling extra generous, you could even donate as well, which your names get shouted out in the left-hand side of this side of the stream there. And with donating as well, if you're thinking, is it just a stream thing? You can actually have an option to donate with videos now as well, because special thanks is now being switched on to my channel too. So, you know, the amount of creative comments that could happen with amount of poor predictions, anything that I say, anything that I, you know, what's the right term of calling it? One time when I eat my words, you know, people will then remind me and timestamp the place and then attach a small donation to the side of it. I can honestly see that potentially happening, to be honest, especially with my table predictions, I gotta say, because I'm not looking forward to looking back at that. That is still the one video I still can't even really remember what table I made. I can kinda know what teams were the worst ones, but in terms of the good teams, I don't know where I really positioned them. So I'm not looking forward to looking at it back. How many games left? Right, so we have got Preston, Middlesbrough, Sheffield United, Fulham, Stoke, Coventry, Swansea, QPR, West Brom, Barnsley. Yes, this is only 5 games left. Yes, exactly. 1 for the Bristol City, 2 for the boys, and 3 for the Red, down for the Ashton Gate. Who forward to it dead till we're dead. SofaScore is actually cool. It shows you the team of the week and stuff. Yeah, well, WhoScored.com does that as well. But SofaScore I tend to use for my live streams, because what they do is that they do a live table and they have a live attack momentum. Because they show things live, you know, very quick and efficiently, SofaScore is really good to use when you're live streaming. When I'm looking for facts and bets, well, I'm not betting, by the way, but bets can actually show some really key facts, which was why some teams may be higher odds than others. But if I want to check for stats and facts, WhoScored.com for me is the recommended one I'd use if you wanted to make score predictions videos, because you can look at streaks, you can look at forms, you can look at previous seasons very easily as well. So it's very easy if you want to do a lot of analysis, WhoScored.com. But for live streaming, I personally would use SofaScore. And it's good that we have got all these great softwares out there, I've got to say. Thanks to the 5 of you watching here. Let's aim for 25 likes after Preston play Middlesbrough here, which is still 0-0 at this moment. So Sheffield United have not played Fulham yet in this stream yet. So this will be interesting. If Middlesbrough win this game, Sheffield United will realistically need to draw to secure their top 6 place against Fulham, which is going to make things very interesting in the lead up to that game, because I actually think after Preston it is that game next, Sheffield United and Fulham. So those 2 games, very crucial games in this end of the championship season here. Always make sure you stay hydrated, guys, very important, especially when you've been talking for 1 hour and 55 minutes straight. Update on Gatsby. He is very much asleep now. No chance. Well, I could wake him up, but that'd be very, very cruel. No, he's not asleep. I can tell. Yeah, he's not asleep. Look at him. Oh, for God's sake. I don't know if he just saw what he did, but he just basically went upside down. So he's being cute now. You're not going to try and make me go, oh, or all of that. Come on. Come on, Barra, says James Macy. Yes, that's right. Big game for James and Middlesbrough there. And we've not seen Sheffield United play Fulham yet, but they do play straight after this game. So we'll have a really good idea of what FIFA is going to be predicting. Now, after this game, I think this will be also a really good time for me to start doing the traditional who's done the season predicting better, myself or FIFA. Yeah, because we've done that in a couple of years. It takes a long time to get all of my scores from FIFA and my own score predictions as well. But it's all worth it to see how different our tables are and how wrong we are. I would like to know how many points I've given Fulham. I've probably given them 120 odd points with the amount of wins I've given Fulham this year. So, we pretty much talked everything about the Chelsea. We've not touched upon League 2. Someone did say they wanted to see the League 2 table. So we'll get that sorted right now. I think that'll be a good pastime. It's half time between Preston and Middlesbrough and Deepdale. Currently a 0-0 draw at the moment. Very tense and cagey, which you could maybe expect actually in real life with these two games actually, to be honest. So when we go to football, let's go to League 2. By the way, I don't know if you knew this, but Real Madrid have confirmed La Liga champions now, following the fact they beat, I think, was it Espanyol 4-0, I think? I can't remember what team it was, but yeah, they thrashed the team and they're now champions. So congrats, Real Madrid. You have earned it. Well done to you. Hope you feel very, very proud of yourselves. I really, really do. Not bitter whatsoever. But yeah, I'm just looking for League 2. I've not found it so far. There's League 1. There's League 2. There we go. Let's get the table. Now, I did look at... oh my God, the table's changed dramatically. And that's a great save by Iverson. I just looked at the League 2 table, and there's a couple of changes there. I'll definitely show you guys what the League 2 table is looking like. Header. Oh, good save again by Everson. Let's wait till this flurry of chances end. It looks like Middlesbrough are now on the front foot here. On Fan, I got 11 out of 11 starting correct and get a free pint soft drink. Ah, fantastic. How's Solihull doing? Well, I can quickly do a quick Google search on how Solihull Moors are doing in League 2. Not. They wish they were in League 2 in the National League. I did know that Wrexham beat Southend. Obviously, with me being Essex, I knew about that. But last time I checked, Stockport were losing against Bournemouth Wood, and that would have closed the gap between the top two by 1 point. So I need to actually check the National League and see if anything has changed. No! Stockport lost. They lost. I think they lost Stockport against Bournemouth Wood. I want to see the fixtures. Scores of fixtures. 2-1 they lost. Now, I actually might show the table to the National League. But basically, the table between Wrexham and Stockport. Wrexham have played one game more than Stockport. But there's only 1 point separating them now. Now, in terms of the result that Solihull played today, they beat Weymouth, already relegated Weymouth by 4-2. And that puts them in 4th place, 2 points behind the semi-final place in the playoffs. So, I might as well show the table, actually. Let's get the table for the National League. Let's get it out. Come on. Don't take that the wrong way. That's what she said. National League table, and looks like Emil Reese was caught offside here. Let's see it here. Alright, we're basically, this is going to be basically the whole table here. Didn't want to click that. Right, so this is what it's looking like. So Stockport, Wrexham separated by only 1 point, as you can see, 85 and 84. Solihull, Jack's team he wants to look at, 78 points they've got. Halifax on 80, same amount of games being played. So things are really close. There's quite a gap now between them and Notts County and Grimsby. And considering there's 23 teams, the maximum games you can play is 44 games. Wrexham only have 3 games left. Stockport only have 4 games left. The tail end of this season is getting very, very interesting here. Now, Dagenham and Redbridge don't have many games left to get into the top 7. In fact, the maximum they can get is 78, actually. So, they're going to have to try and bridge that gap between them and Chesterfield there. It looks like Boreham Wood, despite winning, they do look out of it, unfortunately. Boreham Wood just fell away in a very crucial part of the season. And so have Bromley, to be fair. They have fallen part away in the season as well because they were competitive in the top 7 race as well. But look at that. Grimsby, Notts County, they've all been consistent. Grimsby being recently relegated, Southend being the other recently relegated team, and they're mid-table, but we don't talk about Southend United. But yeah, let's go back to Preston and Middlesbrough since it's still 0-0, which I don't know how right now. Go on Cobblers and more, says Jack. Charlie Brown's still chanting again. I might try go to Solihull's last game against Boreham. What is your last game? I can actually quickly check for you now. What is Solihull Moore's last game of the season? Excuse me, I don't know why I've got hiccups here. So their last game week's on Sunday the 15th of May. Wrexham got Dagenham and Redbridge. That's a tough game. Stockport have Halifax. Tough game too. And Solihull do have Boreham Wood. You're right, Jack, they do. The full-time whistle has just ended in Deepdale. It ends Preston 0, Middlesbrough 0. And that means that Middlesbrough cannot get into the top 6. That is big for what FIFA's predicted there. Now that means Sheffield United, when they play against Fulham, they can well, obviously it'll happen live, but with FIFA perspective, they can play against Fulham without having to fear of what result they get because it doesn't matter. They've already got top 6 confirmed according to FIFA. If I'm not wrong, I think Stockport also got to play Wrexham as well. Yes. Wrexham versus Stockport County, Sunday the 8th of May. Holy crap. Big, big game. Almost, I would say, the equivalent of like the title deciding for the Man's Premier League, but in the National League form. Wrexham Stockport, 12:30, Sunday 8th of May. Holy crap. Now, they do have to play 2 game weeks beforehand, so hopefully it still stays as close as this getting into this game. Wrexham have got to play against Boreham Wood, which obviously they did beat Stockport quite recently, so Boreham Wood can maintain Stockport's favour if they beat Wrexham here. And Stockport have got Chesterfield away, which they're in the top 7 themselves. So that's going to be a very tough game for both teams. I tell you what, both Stockport and Wrexham have got a really tough run into the end of the season. Wrexham, in their next game after that, they've got... In fact, no, well, the game after that was Stockport County. And then their final game, as I said, Wrexham got Dagenham and Redbridge. That's a really, really tough running for Wrexham. In fact, they've gone through all their home games now, pretty much. In fact, their only home game now at Wrexham is against Stockport, which could be quite crucial for them. Loving the chance as always, Charlie. It's always very, very creative to see what you can conjure up here. Right, before I forget, I need to show the League 2 table because someone did ask for it ages ago. But what shocked me, let's wait for this corner to end first because I want to show you one bit I was very shocked with. Headed away. Can it still get into a chance? Sander Berge, Billy Sharp, no, looks like Fulham have defended it well. Yes, it's safe. Right, this is what I'm shocked about. Look at this. Exeter are winning. What the hell? How on earth have Exeter now first place? I mean, Forest Green, yes. I mean, 1 win in 5 would explain it. But how on earth have Exeter overtaken... Because Exeter, yes, they got a draw against Northampton, but they were behind for a lot of that game. Exeter, though, if they want to win, they've got a tough game to end the season, because I know for a fact they've got to play against Port Vale away. I know that because Port Vale, with 2 games left with 75 points, they're one of a few teams that can definitely overtake Northampton, who take the final promotion place. Forest Green and Exeter are already up. It's confirmed. I'm really pleased for both those teams, actually, for going up. But Northampton not confirmed yet. Bristol Rovers could go up there with Joey Barton at the helm. Port Vale could still go up there. Even Mansfield, very bizarrely enough, can still get automatically promoted as well under Nigel Clough, which is unbelievable. Swindon, you could even say they've got a very small chance, but I don't think so. Sutton definitely can't go up. And then Tranmere definitely can't go up either. In fact, Sutton outside the top 7. Oh, that would be a shame for them if they do not end up in the top 7. I definitely would love to see Sutton get a playoff campaign this year. If Kettering and York are in the same league next season, and if Donaldson still plays for York, I want to try and go. Yeah, York's a very nostalgic team. Remember when they were in the EFL? So, Sheffield United, Fulham still 0-0. I've got to say, a lot of the FIFA games, it's been a bit of a damp squid, which has been very disappointing. I've got to say, you know, with the final couple of FIFA games, it's really ended on a damp squid, unfortunately, which, you know, you hope you don't want. You know, you don't want to see, but unfortunately, that's what's happened here. He'll score more. What he's waiting for. He'll score more. He's waiting for. Martin's. Your defense is terrifying. Martin's on fire. Yep. I love that chant as well. Freed from Desire is also a great song, but Will Griggs on fire. Martin's on fire. Have any, you know, chant there. I love that chant. I'm going to get stuck in my head now. Thank you, Charlie. Sutton to get back-to-back promotions. Now, that would be massive. Can you imagine Sutton in League 1 next year? They will be playing Derby County, Sutton, if they get promoted to League 1. They could play Sunderland. They could play... well, they will play Barnsley. They'll be playing all those teams. Unbelievable when you think about it. Right, half-time whistle in this game. It's 0-0 at the moment. And, yeah, I got to say, it's not been a great game. And a lot of the stream's been a damp squid, sadly. It really, really has been a shame. But thank you, by the way, for 30 likes. I really appreciate the support, guys. So, you've smashed the like target today. Really, really well done. Thank you guys so much. Please make sure, if you've not subscribed to the channel yet, please do so. It really helps the growth of this channel. We're still on 1,077, so if we can get to 1,080, that would be amazing if we can. Other ways that you can really help the channel is sharing to as many people as you can for free. If you even are being more generous and you are willing to donate, you can do that as well. Not only on my streams, but you can even donate to my videos now as well by leaving comments. So that's going to make things very interesting for sure. Chance! Oh, really close. I thought we were going to get a goal, but it wasn't meant to be. McBurney is on for Billy Sharp, which is a bizarre substitution, I gotta say. Honeygun just can't get enough of Charlie's chance. No, I agree. I'm going to get Freed from Desire stuck in my head. Oh, no, I should say Martin's on fire. That's going to be stuck in my head. Oh, love it. I want to hear and sing and witness all the chants of Wembley final. I will be so disappointed if the two teams in it provide such a dead atmosphere. From a neutral football fan, I want to see an unbelievable atmosphere. You know, so much to the point that I can even join in with a couple of chants. Anyone watching the snooker final tomorrow, Monday? Not me, but my dad will. My dad's obsessed with snooker. Who's in the final, by the way? Because it was... who was in the semis? It was Robertson and Higgins, I think. But I don't know who won it. I don't know who's in the final, actually. I should know. Knowing Higgins and how good he's been, he might be in the final. Just can't get enough. Yeah, that's another good chant as well. You're bringing out all the classics here, Charlie, and it's getting painfully contagious. Chance, finally! A goal! to talk about in FIFA. It's from Sheffield United in the 68th minute. It'll come back as the 69th minute, but it's technically the 68th minute. Morgan Gibbs White breaks the deadlock. I mean, this is literally the best that Sheffield United can do to sum up, or to secure, I should say, top 6. Oh, it's Trump and O'Sullivan. Oh, it was O'Sullivan against Higgins, not Robertson. I always get them confused for some weird reason. Charlie Brown, the gift that keeps on giving. Yeah, the chant gift that keeps on giving. Not a literal gift, but a chanting gift that keeps on giving. I'll give him that. So after Sheffield United and Fulham, we have got Stoke, Coventry, Swansea, QPR, and West Brom, Barnsley. So it looks like Matt's not going to be here to watch FIFA predict Coventry's last game of the season. Which, to be fair, I mean, I don't know how he's felt after that game against Huddersfield, to be fair. So he may just still be drowning his sorrows. I mean, you don't know. You don't know. You could actually be doing something very productive. Unlike me. Chance, what a save by Rodak this is. 78th minute. That's a crucial save by the goalkeeper. Now, Luton drew against Reading in FIFA. And this will mean Luton will finish in 6th place and Sheffield United will finish 5th. That's interesting. Rodak does very well there. Beats the crowd and manages to win the ball. Well done. Plays out from the back a bit. It's another defeat for Fulham as it stands, which is interesting. Yeah, I definitely streamed. No, yeah, I definitely streamed Fulham Luton last week. I was going to say, because otherwise we wouldn't have had any content in my score predictions on the Friday. I was going to say. Right, it looks like that Sheffield United are going to beat Fulham again. It looks like they're going to do the double over them this year. Interesting. Gotta go, nice. It's been a great stream. Hope everyone has a good night. No, thank you, Honeygun, for turning up today. Thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing, all of that. You know, that's not just to you, Honeygun, but that's to everyone. Thank you for doing that as well. Anyone that likes, shares, subscribes, shares, donates, any of that, they really, really do help to the channel. So I really do appreciate it. But yeah, last time you're gonna see FIFA predict as well. So yeah, it's going to be an end of a very short era, but yeah, it is what it is. But thank you for turning up, Harry, today. I really do appreciate it. Next stream, I think, will be Monday when I stream Fulham Luton. I mean, unless... Oh my god! Oh my days! Fabio Carvalho, take a bow. Take a bow. Have Gatsby. Have anything you want, because that is an unbelievable goal. An unbelievable goal from literally almost out of nothing, because Fulham have not been good. FIFA's version of Fulham have at least not been great. But all of a sudden, one-touch play, and that is an outstanding goal. Fair play to Fabio Carvalho, who rescues a point for Sheffield United. And I think that means Luton stay 5th. We disconnected, of course we did. Sorry about that, guys. We definitely did disconnect. We're back down to 29. Oh, someone's decided to troll me. Right, we're not quite on 30 likes, but we're nearly there. So if you guys can like the stream, it would be absolutely amazing. Did you just say take Gatsby? Well, I might have said it. I'm sorry if I did. If anything, I would have hoped the stream disconnected at that moment, but of course it didn't. It heard me. He would have heard me when I said all of those things, for goodness sake. Right, next game is Stoke Coventry. Looks like Maps won't be here to see Coventry, but we should have a good time seeing how they perform. Gatsby is still here, by the way, in case you were wondering, in case any of you were very worried. Oh gosh, you could really see his size in this camera. You're going to acknowledge the viewers that you're here. What are you doing? Yeah, he's purring now. Yeah, there you go. Saves that loud purr, I know. Oh, bloody hell. Now we're going to get his purr all over the camera. Brilliant. Oh, on the microphone, I should say. Ah, blimey, still going just in time. Yes, it is. Well, we've just seen how Gatsby was doing because people were very concerned with my celebration to Fabio Carvalho's last-minute strike against Sheffield United. I may have said take Gatsby by accident. I got a bit carried away in the moment. It was a 93rd minute equalising goal where Fulham had done absolutely nothing. So I had to reassure people that he's still around. And he is still around, and yeah. But yeah, you've made it just in time indeed, Matt. Stoke versus Coventry. Last time we're going to see FIFA predict a Coventry game. I mean, what are your thoughts going into this game at the moment? It's really going to have that end of the season vibe, isn't it? Two teams, mid-table, not much to play for. Stoke, a team that, have been inconsistent. They've got back-to-back wins a couple of times in their last couple of games, and they have won more than losses in their last couple of games or so, but ultimately, they've lost crucial games. Lost against Middlesbrough, obviously, today. And overall, it's been a season of like a what if. Like, what if they had all their players available and they weren't injured for so long? And that's been Stoke's season. And Coventry, I mean, obviously, a great season. Let's not deny that. Obviously, did lose against Huddersfield today. But no disgrace to lose that. And what a fantastic strike that is. Oh, my goodness me. Is that I couldn't even tell who that was. I think it was Gyökeres who's got the goal here. Unbelievable if that is him who scores there. Go on, Gatsby, it's Stoke Coventry. Well, yeah, he's just being lazy as per. What a goal that is. Number 17, I didn't actually manage to see. I think it is Gyökeres. Now, that is outrageous. The curl on that is unbelievable. What a strike. What a man. 1-0 to Coventry. It is Gyökeres in the 13th minute. Maybe unlucky for some, but definitely lucky for Coventry City's sake as they lead 1-0 at the Bet365. Joe G, welcome to the stream. I've not seen you. Everyone, do give Joe a warm welcome to the stream. Yay, Matt's happy with that. I expected that. Sormanda. Which one? Do you dare tell me which one in the crowd looks like Matt? Stoke 0-1 Cov coming. Well, there we go. He's called it. We've got yeah, there we go. There's the chance going on. We got the big Swede on the side. Yeah. Goes the name of Gyökeres. I love it. It's like you, George, and all the other guests are singing it right now. Love it. I think you're safe now because I don't think Blue Terrier's around now, Matt. So I think you're just about safe right now with everyone that's here. Oh, is it Joe? Oh, it's Joe. Oh, fair enough. Oh, I should have guessed it by now. I don't have too many Joes on this channel. I mean, I had to double check. You never know. There could be multiple people called Joe. Let me rewind and tell you. Well, if you can get a screenshot, send it to the Discord, Charlie, and I'll be the judge of it. By the way, if anyone is new and you don't know what I'm talking about the Discord server, there is an official Discord community server with all of my viewers. Best place really to get updates on the channel, timings for videos, live streams, and all of that really. And it's really much the best place you can go to suggest video ideas as well. Normally you would have like a Patreon and stuff to do that, but I have no right to have a Patreon. Yeah, are you kidding me? So all of that's really going to Discord at the moment. And if by like the very, very like 0.001% chance that I will get a Patreon one day, is all of that stuff will now start to be transitioning into Patreon, which is what I would do. But at the moment, we're living free at the moment. We're living very much like Spotify free premium trial for everyone here. And that is an equalising goal by Stoke City, where they have not really threatened at all. It's their first chance. Lewis Baker, obviously former Chelsea guy, has scored for Stoke City here. He actually scored in the wrong end of the pitch today, but it looks like he's got his scoring boots in the right end of the pitch this time. It's a good goal, a really good goal. Moore can't get anywhere near it, right nestling in the top right corner. No goalkeepers getting that. It's too powerful And what ultimately Coventry didn't do, they didn't defend the square pass well enough there. The square pass found Bacon too much freedom. He had the whole freedom of the Bet365 to score that, and he does. 1-1 now. To there, only got 5 or so Patreons. It's still worthwhile. You definitely get a few. Well, yeah, well, that's very nice to hear with that coming from you. Yeah, I mean, whatever. You know, at the moment, it's a patient process, isn't it? You know, even getting monetized, you know, that in itself was huge. It really was huge. You know, a lot of people, you'll think, oh, it's just monetization is just what it is. But it's not what it is for so many people. People work so hard to get to that stage. It's half-time, by the way, in the Bet365 Stadium. 1-1. Should be a good game. I mean, in real life, I don't see it being a good game. It's what I've noticed with end of the season games. It's either a damp squid for what we saw against Reading and West Brom with two teams with nothing to play for, or it turns out to be a firecracker with many goals, as we saw with Bristol City and Hull. There's no in between, so you do tend to see shock results happen in the last couple of game weeks of the season as well. And I did have a small price to pay in that, unfortunately, with my predictions, unfortunately. Oh no, Blue Terrier is here. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, I've woken him up now. Yeah, well, Matt, you have fun. That's all I can say. Do you ever listen to music on your Discord server? Not much. I really don't. I mean, I did actually like right at the beginning, but I actually would just prefer listening to either Spotify or Apple Music. I just received the greatest news ever. What's happened, Rexy? And talking about great news for Coventry fans, Gyökeres has scored again. The big Swede is on fire today. It's great play between him and I think it may have been Sheaf there. Oh my gosh, wait, Harwood Bellis gets beaten there. Oh, near post by Bonham. Should not get beaten from there. But Coventry would take this goal any day of the week. It's Coventry who lead again by 2-1. I'm telling you this, Coventry's away form they were actually very critical, Coventry fans, with their away form. But actually recently, they've been getting more results away from home than they have been at home in the last couple of games or so. Fulham, Birmingham. Could Stoke be another one? Maybe. They've actually got, I think last time I checked when I was looking at my predictions, I think they got the 7th or 6th best away record in the league, which is unbelievable, honestly. And what's even crazier is that we were considering Coventry to have one of the best home records in the league, but now their home record ranks, I think, at 16th place, which, you know, they still have picked up more home points than away points. But it goes to show how high the standards are for home games, but how low the standards are as well with away games. Honestly, £100 donation is... Yeah, honestly, that was unbelievable. I think someone is able to clip that reaction. It's literally me not being able to speak, but then being so confused. Well, see, the thing is, part of me wasn't surprised because people were donating already, and I was like, why are you donating today out of all days? And then Jack just pops, like, there you go. He just literally sits everyone down and just gives the donation like that. Like, that was incredible. And just like that, in the 69th minute, of course it had to be, Jacob Brown scores for Stoke City. Twice Stoke have been falling behind, and the second time Stoke have now equalised. Now, if you saw my live stream today for my FIFA 22 career mode for Colchester, you will know that Stoke did this exact same thing to me when I was playing as Colchester, and it ended up them beating me by 5-2. So, spoiler alert, I didn't do too well with career mode today. By the way, I've actually got Colchester in a mid-table position now, if you were wondering. I'm not got them in a relegation battle anymore. They're actually closer to top 6 than they are than bottom 3 right now. So, I'd just like to say that I'm taking Colchester to the Premier League. To be fair, though, I'm only 6 points off automatics, actually, now. because you notice this with career modes, especially from the championship. They actually, what they do well in from real life is that you can go on a really bad run of form, but you still may not actually, have too much of a gap to pull. It is very realistic, I've got to say, with how it is in the championship. Cobb to score in the 90th minute, don't worry. I will check the image. Oh, right, well, some more to clear his lines there. What I'll do is... oh my gosh. Wait, which one? I'm so confused. Right, I tell you what to do. What I'll do is that I'll copy the picture and then I'll put it in like a publisher document, because I can do that. And then we'll get Matt's opinion on it. We'll do that. Okay. Because, I mean, it's quite a wild accusation for what Charlie's just been saying here. I mean, you get my ugly mug on it, but you can at least just kind of see what Charlie's trying to say. We've got 85 minutes, so not much time for both teams to get a winner. Can either team get a winner in this game? It's going to be very, very tight. Matt is still confident that they'll score in the 90th minute, Coventry. They've not got much time. 88 minutes. Campbell, Tyrese Campbell's on for Josh Marja. Allen to Shipley. It was Allen who actually assisted Gyökeres, not Sheaf. So that was a mistake on my part there. Godden tries to find Allen. The pass is not great. Harwood Bellis now with the ball. Gives it to Vrancic. Nick Powell. I think it's going to end as a draw. And it does. It ends as an entertaining 2-2 draw between Stoke and Coventry here. Let's actually look back at these goals before we show Charlie's outrageous. That's a stunning goal by Gyökeres. That is unbelievable. Unbelievable. And in fact, just so Matt can enjoy himself a little bit, what we'll do... Can we show highlights here? I think we can show highlights. Yeah, match highlights. Let's watch that Gyökeres goal over and over again whilst I get the picture sorted. That is a stunning goal, though. This is one that moment that you would not mind repeating over and over again. Right. Penalty shootout. Penn since his last ever episode. No, but it doesn't work like that. If a championship worked like that, Cov to win a penalty, do you want to see a penalty shootout? You know what? That's a silly question. Of course you're going to want to see a penalty shootout. You know what? Since we've got a representative of Coventry here, let's do a penalty shootout, actually. So, in fact, no. Oh, I can't do it now. Oh, I'm an idiot. I can't do it now. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm going to have to just play on. I'm so sorry. Right. Let's see if we can get capture working. By the way, guys, thank you so much for the support for this channel. We're on 1,077 still, so still 3 likes away from 1,080. We've covered a lot of leagues today, so one thing that I want to definitely make you clear about the National League, the biggest game of the National League season is this game here. Wrexham versus Stockport. Stockport lose today against Bournemouth, and what the table looks like now is that Wrexham have closed the gap by Stockport by 1 point, having played 1 game more than Stockport. Now, I think Stockport's game in hand is against Chesterfield, which is a very tricky game for them as well. Another thing we were talking about with League 2 is that we still got this final promotion place still up for grabs. Northampton, Bristol Rovers, Port Vale, and even Mansfield could still get it. Swindon technically, but I don't see them getting. But to be fair, Swindon's goal difference is really good. But they're going to have to rely on a lot of things. And especially with Port Vale and Mansfield having 2 games in hand, I don't think Swindon are going to get it. Sutton could get top 7, but they'll need a couple of things to go their way. But imagine if Sutton played Derby in League 1 next year. That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? But the biggest thing I wanted to show was that Exeter are now the leaders. I mean, Forest Green were dominating. They had a 13-point gap at one stage. But now Exeter have overturned this. And we were talking about... Well, we've already spoken about League 1. In fact, Matt's already talked about League 1 already. But I'll go on about it in a minute. Let's see if we can get this picture that Charlie was on about. I have got it on... publisher now. Let's see if I can find it. No, it's not that one. I'm gonna. I could technically do it though. Vale up, methinks. Yeah, I'm a bit more confident with Vale too. I've got to say, Northampton's form has been a bit stuttery, so I'd agree with you there, Matt. I think I'm gonna have to show it here. So this is an exclusive, guys. This is basically how I make my graphics for my review video, but I'm basically going to put the big picture that Charlie has sent me over it. So do bear with me. So you would see me, but I am in the middle of making the graphic before I was making the stream. But is Matt going to see it clearly? I don't know, but we'll find out. Let's see how clear it is to make out. Okay, I don't know. Okay, I don't know which. Is it the red guy? I don't know. Wait. You need to tell me what clothing this guy's wearing, Charlie. Because apparently, Matt, someone looks like you in this crowd. Which I have no idea. Topless girl was tasty, won't lie. Yeah. I need to see this again. I'm really proud of Anu getting his first goal in senior football. You're going to go to their playoff game. I don't think I can, but I really want to. I mean, can you imagine the crowd for that Wrexham and Stockport game? It's unbelievable, wouldn't it? So, yeah, I mean, which one? Which one's it supposed to be? I tell you what, I think I know which one he's trying to say. I think it's the one with the light blue shirt that's hugging the guy with the green vest, I think. Yes, that's exactly who I thought it was. I can't unsee it now. Oh my god, I can't unsee it. Oh, what a golden moment. Well, what a spot by Charlie. What a spot. It looks like FIFA's done their research well. They've done fan forensics and they've picked up enough DNA samples. I don't know what they've done there. Unbelievable. Yeah, well, what an image that is. But yeah, in case any of you are wondering, this is how I make my graphics for my reviews. So yeah, stadium background, scoreline, team, goal scorers. Obviously, Charlie Austin's not for Barnsley. That'll be changed. And then yeah, just like that. That's how I make all of my reviews. But now we shall go back to the actual capture I want to show, which is the subscriber goal, I think. In fact, no, it's going to show the League 2 table because that's what I was referring to. It's Matt crying about Anurin. No, he looked happy. Well, in context of the game, Coventry were doing well against Stoke before they got pegged back twice. So it ends 2-2. I'm going to show you the League 1 table as I'm sorting out the penultimate game, which is Swansea against QPR. Once again, a meaningless game, I've got to say. I've lost my train of thought. Yes, Swansea QPR, there they are. So League 1 is down there. There they are. Yeah, the 3rd division. So what we uncovered in League 1 today was the team that did lose out in the top 6 was Plymouth, which I did predict in my video this week when I did my overview of all the teams running to the end of the season. I correctly even predicted, not quite the same amount of points, I predicted we're going to have 93 points rather than 92 points. I did predict Rotherham for 2nd place as well. And in fact, I think I got that top 6 spot on, actually. I think I had Wickham there, Sunderland there, Sheffield Wednesday there. I think, the points are not quite the same. But my prediction from Wednesday, whenever I uploaded it, I think it was Tuesday when I made that League 1 predictions, was absolutely spot on. Now, the bottom 4 wasn't quite spot on because Doncaster, with a great draw against Oxford, actually, they now end 22nd with Wimbledon going down. The first time they've actually been relegated as their reformed club in 2002. Fleetwood would have been relegated in the EFL for the first time if they went down, but they didn't. Gillingham are down from League 1 for the first time in 8 years, which is unbelievable for them. And Doncaster, not so long ago, were right up there, pushing for playoffs, but now they're relegated. So, disappointing season for all of those 4 teams for different reasons. May, who's deleting messages? Is that Blue Terrier getting involved? I mean, I don't know. Oh, Right. Okay. That's what's happened. This has happened way too many times I'd care to admit. Someone did that with Ben HD, which I actually wasn't fooled by, because I actually know it wasn't Ben HD, because they didn't actually correctly write his name. And QPR, in their gorgeous, I gotta say, probably the second, at least the second, or top two best away kits this season. That's the only thing they got right in their away form this season, which was their away kit. Andre Gray with a rare goal as a striker, which says a lot about his poor form this year, unfortunately. I mean, he'll be remembered for that iconic goal against Derby, but unfortunately, he just wasn't present enough to help QPR limp over the line for top 6. Obviously, managerial departments include for QPR, Mark Warburton will be leaving, and it does look like Tony Mowbray will also be leaving in the Championship as well, with Blackburn, sorry. What am I saying, Barnsley? You'll be leaving Blackburn, which, to be fair, it only dawned on me how long he's actually been Blackburn boss for. He has basically, he was this game has exploded to life. I'm being absolutely shut down by fantastic goals. I mean, anything Andre Gray can do, Flynn Downs can do even better. Unbelievable. It was a fake. No, I did knew that now. Spencer says you monetized. Yes, I am monetized now. That is a fantastic strike. Which one was better, Andre Gray or I can't think. Andre Gray or Flynn Downs? You can do polls, but I don't know how you can do them. I don't know how to do them now. That's a good question from the Blue Terrier. Who's your man of the match from both teams? Andre Gray is technically married to Little Mix. Oh, for goodness sake, Charlie. You and your obsession with Little Mix is hilarious at times. You're going to sue him, Matt, says Blue Terrier. Maybe not that far. Lee Nichols, man of the match. Well, if Coventry had many chances, then you would expect Lee Nichols to be man of the match. I need to see the highlights to see what was going on there. But yeah, even if Blue Terrier's agreeing with that, it does look like Coventry had plenty chances, but they just didn't take them, which is unfortunately has happened for one too many games for Coventry this season. Had they been more clinical in some of their games, Coventry's season could even look so much better than what it was already. I mean, I would ask this to Matt. It's still a positive season, right? You know, if you were to grade Coventry season now, going back to our video, what we did on your channel when we graded all of our Championship seasons, but I guess the grades now will be quite different if we judged it on the end of the season. You gave Coventry like a B. No, not like a B. Probably an A-, I think. I can't remember what grade you gave them, but surely, even if they fell away a little bit, with them finishing as high as they are, I think currently they still top half, I would like to say, because of results going their way. 11th. Yeah, that's right. I mean, they only fall down a place because West Brom beat Reading, but it still must be an incredible season. Yeah, still a B. Yeah, I'd say a B is probably fair. If anything, A- might even be more fair, really. I think Coventry alongside with Luton, these smaller budget clubs, doing fantastically well and really overperforming. I think they really do deserve a lot of credit. And they're one of those teams, Coventry, that I'm really excited for next year. If they keep their players, and if Mark Robins stays, and if they have a great transfer window, chance for Swansea, and it's the man in form for Swansea, Michael Obafemi, who scored Swansea's only goal in their humiliating 5-1 defeat to Forest today. He scores for Swansea here to complete a comeback against QPR. I skipped the celebrations, unfortunately. But it's now 2-1 to Swansea. They look like that they're ending the season well. And I think Swansea is another team I am quite excited for next year. Can you, Matt, get seats together at Wembley, Alex? Matt says he'd be down. I mean, okay. Well, we'll see. We'll have to wait and see. That's all I can say. I don't know how quickly the tickets are going to go, basically, in that game, but I am definitely going to ask permission to go. And I'll be very surprised if I'm not allowed to go to a football game for a start. It's Wembley. It's a harmless game. I'm not supporting any team. I just want to see a Championship final as a neutral to feel how tense it is. I've heard Robbins is going to Burnley now. Oh, well, Brexy's saying fake rumour there. It's interesting, really. I mean, there's been a lot of rumours going around with Barnsley. That's half-time, by the way, between Swansea and QPR. It's 2-1 at the moment. There's been so many rumours for QPR, Barnsley, Burnley's positions. But I don't really look at the managerial odds because they always change. Because there's one tweet for QPR where I see Sean Dyche and Slavica Jokanovic being the favourites. I'm thinking, okay, two really good options. And then all of a sudden they go for John Eustace as one of their main favourites. You know, it's just, that's why it's very dangerous to try and trust social media in terms of managerial odds. You know, you really want to check your sources when you're looking at rumours and stuff like that. Oh, it looks like finally Discord has done its job and shared my stream. Bloody hell, it's only taken 2 hours and a half in. We'll have to go to a game together at some point either way. Oh, most definitely. It'll be a lot of fun. I'd agree on that. I heard Vincent Kompany is the leading candidate. Oh, is that for Burnley? Yeah, I did hear about that. To be fair. You're getting tickets in the Huddersfield end, says Blue Terrier. Because I think, Matt, didn't you say you're going to the semi-final games as well? I mean, if you are, fair play to you. Looks like Matt's going to settle his differences with Blue Terrier if they are going. Joe says, I'm going to watch a film now, which is The Unbeatables. I've not seen it, but I've heard a good amount of praise on it. Underrated probably sounds about right. Could maybe meet if you're I tell you what, I mean, this actually applies for all of you guys here. If I do go to a game and you do want to meet me, please make sure that you're polite. You know, I don't want this to be awkward and all of that. Because, you know, I could come across as very, you know, socially strong on camera, but that's really not the case off camera at all. It really isn't as well, and my friends would tell you that as well. But yeah, just, you know, just don't be weird if I do meet you. Yeah, that's just literally my only request. If, you know, I mean, I'm still thinking what might happen in that day, to be honest. I mean, because I'm going to be going by train. So, I mean, that's definitely for certain. There's no way I'm going to be driving to London. I'm going to be going by train, and congestion could be quite big as well, you know, considering it's a Wembley game. It's one of those things thinking, should I actually have a drink at a game? Because, honestly, I think a drink at a game is much better than just, you know, having no drinks at all. But I don't know. Because I was just thinking, if I was actually to drink with fans and stuff like that, I don't know if I would actually be that type. Bet you. Oh, Blue Terry is trying to distinguish the rumours of him feeling 11. Oh, it depends on how many beers I've had. Matt taking shots, says Charlie. Do you think Matt's that type? I don't know. I'm definitely not. Can't stand shots. Get a plane to London? Alex would batter anyone, to be honest. Oh, thank God you've got confidence. Right, we're in the 81st minute. 2-1 between... I don't know, where was that going? 2-1 between Swansea and QPR. QPR, can they get an equalising goal? It's Lyndon Dykes to Andre Gray. That's their best play in the second half. Oh my God, they do. I can't believe this. I was actually... This is the commentator's curse for Swansea. They would hate me so much for this. They do. They equalise in the... I couldn't see what it was. The 83rd, 84th minute. Unbelievable. Andre Gray steals the show. He gives QPR a point here. Oh, Fisher should save that in his near post. 84th minute, I was right. And it's 2-2 here. I tell you what, I was really critiquing FIFA, saying we've had damp squids for our last FIFA stream. But they've really upped their games. I tell you what, since you've arrived, Matt, we've actually been having a lot of goals now. Maybe you're the... maybe you lift the curse, maybe. Gatsby's greater than anyone. Do you want to see Gatsby? He's currently asleep right now. But I will see you. You're 23 next month. Oh, you're really going to put an old face next to that? I'm 22 in a couple of months' time, Matt. Don't make me feel old now. it's already difficult to try and stick to things as it is. I can't even tell you the amount of times at work where I get told I'm old. Because, you know, a small exclusive, where I work, there's a lot of teenagers that work in their positions. And I'm like one of the very few people that's a non-teenager working at the job I'm in. And I got told old all the bloody time. It really makes me lose faith that I'm keeping to my youth. There's like trends that people are talking about. I'm like, what on earth are you talking about? Like anything with Fortnite, anything Minecraft, all those things. I missed the boat at all of those things, you know. Yeah, I'm just a granddad these days. Right, last game is West Brom versus Barnsley. Now, this would have been a fantastic finale game if West Brom were fighting for top 6 and Ishmael was still in charge. It would have been him against his former club, but unfortunately, that's not quite the case. It's going to potentially be a pretty damn squid of a game, unfortunately. I hope not. I hope not, though. Right, before we do end this, here's the main man himself. Fast asleep. Gosh, you really are asleep. He's not even moving. He's definitely asleep. He's definitely moving here. Oh, there we go. There we go. Good man. Oh my days. You really are the star of the show. You're literally the reason people tune into this stream these days. Have you not been here, I would be sitting on from 4 viewers to 0.4 viewers. It'd be unbelievable. Right, back to this. And for the final time, in fact, before we go to the final game, this is the final warning, guys, of subscribing, liking and all of that. Thank you to whoever's just subscribed to the channel. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on 1,078, guys. We're 2 subs away from 1,080 subs. We can definitely get that today. If 2 of you have not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. It would be absolutely unbelievable if we can get there. Please also continue liking the stream as well. We did really well today, actually. We're like, so far, we're on 34. You guys have smashed it today. Thank you guys so much. And please continue to share the channel as well. It would be absolutely unbelievable. 22nd of May, Premier League final day. We'll have to stream on my birthday. Unbelievable. I might actually have to do a final stream on that day as well. But, God, yeah. That's huge. That is absolutely massive here. Hashtag penalty. Did you... Oh, he's talking to Matt there. Doing random hits when Rose was down. There's been a lot of pitch invasions in this final weekend. I mean, definitely a lot in League One. There was a couple in Rotherham for a start. There was definitely one in Wigan. Who's going to win the League 2 playoffs? Now, that's a good question. Let's remind ourselves who's in the tables so far. Thank you guys to whoever's just subscribed. We're 1 sub away from 1,080. We're 1 away. I know one of you out there is not subscribed. Just only one of you need to hit that subscribe button and we would have made it to our goal of 1,080 subscribers. That'd be unbelievable. Thank you guys as always for the terrific support. I really do appreciate it. I might as well predict League 1 playoffs as well. I mean, to go through and summarise what matches we've got. So League 1 first. We've got MK Dons and Wickham, which I think is actually going to be a really good game. I think it's 2 very highly attacking teams. So you're looking at 75 goals scored from Wickham and 78 goals scored from MK Dons. Excuse me. But then the other playoff game, Sheffield Wednesday and Sunderland. I mean, that is unbelievable that Sheffield Wednesday and Sunderland play against each other in the playoff semi-final. It's unbelievable that one of them is definitely not getting promoted. Also, I thought we were going to miss a goal there, but we haven't. I'm going to predict MK Dons beat Wickham, and I'm going to say Sheffield Wednesday get the better of Sunderland, and I'm going to say... Oh, gosh. Sheffield Wednesday or MK Dons? They played against each other recently, and Sheffield Wednesday won 3-2, didn't they? I've got a really strange feeling about Sheffield Wednesday, you know, but I want to be different and predict MK Dons to go up. I would love to see them go up, but Sheffield Wednesday, I think, are a real dark horse, I swear. My God, this has been on for a while. Yes, it has. You know, I try and stay as long as I can. How long have I been streaming? 2 hours 36 or something? Maybe even 3 hours. Nearly 3 hours. Holy crap. I didn't expect to be streaming that long, but thank you guys anyway for the support. I said I was actually only streaming for 2 hours. I clearly I clearly didn't estimate the stream right. But this is officially the final FIFA 22 Predicts game ever, which is amazing. Right, let's go to League 2 now, since the original question for Matt was who would win the League 2 playoffs. So let's bring the table for that. I mean, I'm going to predict Port Vale for third. So we've got Northampton, Bristol Rovers, and I'm going to say Mansfield, and I'm going to still say Sutton. I'm still going to back Sutton to get 7th. I'm going to say... something tells me we'll get a Bristol Rovers and Mansfield final, and I'm going to back... And Honeygun would not like this, but I'm going to back Bristol Rovers. Maybe a shock team that you didn't expect me to put through, but I've got a really funny feeling about them. They were involved in a crazy game today against Rochdale, and I just think they've got the attacking prowess to win. So I'm going to go for Bristol Rovers, but I wouldn't be surprised if I'm wrong. Jack saying Northampton. Well, of course, you partly support the Northampton, don't you? Rexy saying Swindon. Interesting. Port Vale. Keane Harrod to score the winner at Wembley. Well, you're predicting Port Vale not to get 3rd place, which is interesting. So, assuming you would put Northampton up there, although Mansfield could be up there. Easily Mansfield could be up there. Anyone who's not Sheffield Wednesday want to do new grounds? Yeah, definitely. Sheffield Wednesday 4, Sunderland 3, which would be unbelievable if that's the case. MK Dons 4, Wycombe 1, and MK Dons to beat Sheffield Wednesday. That's honestly not far away from what I think will happen, to be honest. Okay, so this is officially the final half of FIFA 22 Predicts. It's 10:23. I've still got a full bottle of water, actually. That is coming real handy, actually. Make sure to stay hydrated, guys, when you're talking for a long time. I'm going to give a shout out to Frank Ainley, because he's just subscribed to the channel. He was the one that got us to 1,079. Oh, we've dropped down to 1,078. We've dropped down to 1,078, but we've still made some progress from today, so I'll definitely take that. But we're now back to 2 subscribers away from 1,080, which would be amazing. When are the League One playoffs? That's a good question. Let's actually find that out. I did know, but I've clearly forgotten. I've been streaming for nearly 3 hours, guys. I'm going to start forgetting things now. When did they start? 5 days time. Oh my gosh, 5 days! Oh my god, okay. So, let's take this into perspective. 1 to 3 days time, it's God, I can't think. 3 days time is Bournemouth Forest, which I'm definitely going to be streaming. 2 days after that, so that's Thursday, will be the first playoff game, Wycombe and MK Dons, and then on the 6th it is Sunderland Sheffield Wednesday on the Friday, which I should be able to stream actually, and then Saturday is the final championship day of the season. Oh my god, unbelievable. We could be in a situation where we do 3 streams in 3 days, which is unbelievable. Please end with a Timo. I'll do it if I remember. But it's not far away now. It looks like we're only having 5 minutes left, unfortunately, with this. But it's been a lot of fun, I gotta say. I always really enjoy FIFA 22 Predicts. It's always a very nice chilled out stream. You know, a bit of a Q&A, a bit of a reaction on football events, and yeah, I always really enjoy it. And I'm gonna have to try and think of an equivalent of it for next year. But you know, with me thinking that I'm now gonna be working 9 to 5 pretty much every day, you know, it's gonna be difficult. You know, thinking about it, when you went after June, you're either gonna see one or two things: a lot more streams for me, as I'm pretty much gonna be turning from a streaming channel, or you'll see a lot less of me in terms of streaming. So it's very difficult to know what I'm going to do with everything that's going on. But I do have my company, number one thing on my mind, but this is number two thing on my mind. And I definitely want to get two things, really organised and sorted. Why are we seeing a load of penalties right now? June is Jack's celebration month. I mean, June's really pretty much the last time where I would consider my normal stage of this channel. After July, there's going to be a lot of changes, and it's either going to be change for the better, voice crack, or worse. And how on earth have they not scored? Oh my gosh, how on earth have Barnsley not scored there? They should have scored that goal, I won't lie. Don't know why Johnston's in goal. He's got nowhere near the starting 11 at the moment. Retsy's got to go. Thank you for supporting the stream up to this point. I still can't believe I've streamed for 3 hours. It's incredible. We're still on 1,078 subs. Can anyone still maybe, 2 accounts to subscribe? That's how close we are to 1,080. We're so close. We're very, very close to that goal. That would be amazing. I don't think I want to do a penalty shootout. As much as I love to stay on, 3 hours I think is just, it's just overzealous, isn't it? If you had to choose between a playoff final, who do you want to be as a neutral fan going? I would love to see a Yorkshire Derby final, Sheffield... or do I? A Yorkshire Derby final with Sheffield United and Huddersfield I think would be very tense. But I think, based on the quality of football, I would love to see Forest Huddersfield. I think there's some rivalry between them this season as well. They've played against each other 3 times this year. So I think they've got a bit of history as well this season. So I think it will be a really exciting game. So I don't know. I mean, no disrespect to Luton. I think their fans are fantastic. But I would very much love to see either a Yorkshire Derby with Sheffield United and Huddersfield, or Forest play Huddersfield. I know it's a lot. Not the last ever stream. It's the last ever FIFA 22 predicts stream. We'll do pens. Why not? We'll do pens, and I'll just we'll just do that. We'll literally just play it just as this, and we'll see what happens. Carlin Grant score. Is that Carlin Grant? I don't know who's that. I mean, Bassi, can he step up and score? He does. That's 1-1 now in the penalty shootout. I need to change mods anyway. I think there's some people where I think I think for a start I have too many mods. Full stop. I feel like I should only have 2 or even 3 chosen individuals that go to all my streams for that. There's definitely way too many mods. So if I do take your mod away, it's nothing personal. It's just personally just, making sure that we don't have a power struggle, basically. Now, everyone's scored their penalties so far, and I'm going to regret this because everyone's going to literally score all their pens, and it's going to go all day, isn't it? Okay, Townsend, he scores. Now, Barnsley need to score this. It's Callum Stiles. Oh, surely he should be able to score this. Best player on the pitch by miles. Commentator's curse, maybe. It's the commentator's curse. Oh, I'm so sorry, Barnsley fans, if you're watching. But West Brom win the penalty shootout. Oh, dear, Steve. I think that's why you wanted the penalty shootout, to see Steve Bruce running. I was going to make something very, very offensive there. I just held back very, very quickly. Well, guys, it's not important. Look, guys, come on. I'll unsub on my 10 accounts if you arm on me. Guys, really? It's really not that important, guys. I'm not really going to be doing too many changes. I know a lot of you are joking, but a lot of you are serious as well. Well, what we'll do is that in the future, some other time, maybe before I do Colchester again, I'll get that sorted. I mean, if any of you can sub on accounts, it would be absolutely amazing if you can. We're still on 1,078. I mean, just anyone supporting the channel, if you want to really support it, the best way to do it is to like and subscribe. We're back to this. I didn't mean to do that. This was what I was showing. So, yeah, we're still 2 away. I'm literally losing my train of thought now. I don't think people actually understand moderation. No, people don't. People, use it as a... it's a power struggle, and that's my worst fear when it comes to mods. We've got a great community, but when it comes to mods, a lot of people get the wrong idea a lot of the time. They do, unfortunately. There'll be definitely some people I will keep moderators more than others, but just please, all I'll say, if any of you here I do unmod in the future time or whatever, don't take it personally, because I do truly appreciate all of you that do support my streams. It's just really down to, we've definitely chosen way too many people and I got carried away giving mods, alright? You know, so don't look at it in another way. Right, I'm really just being ridiculous with that. Cheers for the great stream, Alice. I'll see you soon. Right, thank you, man. Thank you. You know, I've been waffling on. Thank you, man. You've given me some urgency to end. Right, so 1078. It looks like that's what we're going to end with today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for this 3-hour watch-along of a stream. It's unbelievable. Thank you for all the likes. How did we do today? I think we're still on 34... 33. Oh, okay, we lost a sub, actually. 33. Play the sad music. No, I'm not going to go that sad. Nah, because I'm still going to be streaming, but, you know, obviously I won't be doing FIFA 22 predicts anymore. Blue Terry saying goodbye to Matt there. But, yeah, we'll go back to it. Your Rasco, just like subscribe. Thank you so much. Oh, is your name actually Oscar, or would you want to be preferred to be called Rasco? Whatever you want to call your name. That's it. That is 1079. Thank you so much, by the way. That is really appreciative. I'm so tired. I'm not giving any energy in this end of the stream, and I'm really sorry, guys, but I'm doing the best that I can. I really am doing the best that I can. Right, so FIFA 22. I can't believe I'm doing this, but it's finally the end of you. It's officially the end. I'm going to be turning the PS5 off. If I can reach the bloody power button. There we go. No more FIFA. Back to here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like if you haven't. Please subscribe if you haven't. It does really help the channel as well. I'll see you guys soon. Maybe doing a Culture of career mode tomorrow if I feel like it. We'll see about that, but we'll find out. But anyway, please do keep an eye on the channel. There'll be a lot of content going out. I promise you. Loads of streams, loads of videos. You won't be missing out. I promise this. So, this 3-hour final FIFA 22 predicts has officially ended. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are legendary. I've got distracted. We're on 1080. Thank you. Thank you. All I can say, really thank you. I do mean it. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. You guys are legendary for turning up the stream. And as always, I'll see you guys soon. And Timo, take care.